Hello, everyone. I sent in the music bot before I jumped in. Hello.
He wants action surge here.
I music bombed you guys, sorry. Unless you have it muted.
What's up?
No. I music bombed you. I just dragged the bot in before I moved.
It's actually very loud for some reason. Even
yeah, I'm sorry. That's why I'm apologizing. I know for you, 1 or 2% is like violent, so.
Give me like 0.5%, please.
God, I wonder why yours is so loud. Mine's at 35 and it's pretty reasonable.
Honestly, he probably has something else set really low. So it ends up like overcompensating.
Possibly, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, let us hop over to the market. Oh, look at these beautiful, beautiful people.
Oh, God.
When we last left our spicy heroes, they were interviewing these fine folk? These fine folk. Minus this boy, who's just for some reason hanging out with them. Not sure why. There we go. He's not friends with them. He's friends with the scroll. Yeah.
That's not very nice.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, he has to follow you. Doesn't have a choice.
I mean, he could follow Kakashi.
You don't know that. Or does he have a choice? The world may never know. Anywho, besides that, I do believe we're all updated on Shiz from last week. Sorry, my computer erupted last Sunday. It was quite unfortunate, but we're good now.
Yeah, that was terrible timing for your computer to blow up.
If I go dark again, you might you'll know why, and I'll scream.
Oh no,
that doesn't happen.
What would be the chances of it blowing up again?
I would actually be angry. I was like worried and kind of perturbed. If it blew up again, I'd be actually angry.
Wow.
I mean, at that point, you would have to take a look at your house, so yes.
Warranty.
Yeah, it's warranted, so if it does explode, then they'll just replace it for free, but...
Well, not entirely for free.
I'll dropkick him. That's not entirely free. I've had,
No,
I've had it for, like, not even a week.
He said they were going to charge to put it back in again.
Well, I'll give him a big kiss.
That's service cost, that's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Did you just say you'll give him a kiss so it'll be free?
Exactly, that's how it works, right?
That's exactly how this works.
That's how the world is. That's how I function.
Mm.
Anyway, friendlies, honor awaits. What shall we do today? The floor is yours.
Well, it's still the same day technically, isn't it?
Yeah. Correct. Effectively, what happened is y'all said, you guys wait in the inn next to these weirdly low-quality fish and have a chat, and we'll head outside, and we'll do whatever you're going to do. Most likely have a discussion. Like I said, you guys can stay here as long as you wish. You guys can go wherever you want. They all effectively told you, we're going to be here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, these poor dead fish now.
Well, I don't want to pay for anything, so I'm going to go around the back over here, and I'm going to make a tiny hut. And that's where I'm sleeping tonight.
Were you hutting? Okay.
I'm hutting back here.
Excellent.
Are you sleeping in the middle of the big flame patch?
Yep.
I'm down.
Will the tiny hut fit all of us?
Yeah.
Yes.
It fits like 9 people, I think. 12.
It do.
It's like a 10-foot dome or something. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I Suharto where he's going.
While you guys are tiny hutting, Suharto's going to stay in an actual inn.
Suharto, no!
And be somewhat worried that you guys just disappeared.
Suharto! Sleep with us!
You're tiny hutting.
Well, I mean,
wasn't
he with us?
He was discussing matters with the lad, so...
Oh, well.
Yeah, I mean, this was around the time that I was getting blown up, so he might have...
Well, I would have grabbed him and been like, hey, Suharto.
Oh, okay. Where'd he go?
You wanna sleep for free? You don't have to pay for anything.
Do I want to sleep for free?
Yeah. You don't have to pay for a room or anything.
Oh. I'm assuming you mean some sort of magical... tiny... something?
Yes.
Is there room for me?
Yes.
Does it come with a tiny bed?
No.
So are we sleeping on the ground then? Did you bring packs or anything to sleep with? Honestly, I brought nothing. I was planning on heading out. So.
I have a bedroll. You can have my bedroll.
Oh, I mean, you know what? He pauses for a moment and thinks, are we doing this in the middle of town? Are we going outside and doing this?
I was gonna put it around the back of the tavern.
You know, that is so odd. I think I might just join you.
Perfect. Over
Excellent.
here.
And Suarto's going to slum it between two buildings tonight.
Tiny hutting it up over here.
Tiny hut
Is
away!
Lizard joining us as well?
Let's say, how do I? Tiny hut.
And now he has my bedroll.
Tiny hut. Tiny hut. Get that tiny hut. Da, 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 da. Oh no. Tiny hut. Tiny hut. There we go.
He just has to watch me for 10 minutes.
Oh wait, what you can see my tiny hut?
Are you doing it racial? Or is it 10 minute
No.
cast?
No,
Did you see
we
my-
don't see tiny
You
hut.
can't see my tiny hut?
No.
Oh
I
no.
can't see shit.
I just drew it for you guys. I
I
arted.
Yeah, I figured we can't see it.
No, I even sang a song. This is garbage.
How dare you, Urid?
Everyone, look
Rope-
at the stream.
Rope
Actually-
trick only works for an hour.
Why?
Yeah, but it's fun though.
I mean, it is, but with a short rest rule, it kind of sucks.
Alright,
I
well,
mean, I guess.
yeah, gaze upon the stream if you want to see how beautiful tiny hut is. But
I
it's
love
there,
it.
I promise. I wonder why it's not showing up. Fine,
I
be that
refuse.
way.
The description of rope trick is just great.
I love
It
it.
is. It's pretty good.
I just got rid of it because it's not very useful for us.
Are there like layers
I mean,
to
it could be
huts and
useful in
such?
like dungeons, I guess,
Sometimes.
because you basically get a viewing room.
Yeah.
It's one of those odd spells where if you're smart with it, you can do some cool shit. Otherwise, it's a little weird. I don't blame you. Anywho, our party receives a long rest. So go ahead and, if you actually need that, go ahead and do that.
I'm gonna take some time to read that new book I got.
I was going to say, is there anything you guys wish to do? We have book reading while we are
Yeah,
resting in this tiny hut.
I'm going to read the book about ley lines, I guess.
I guess I will play some music for the group while they read.
In the tiny hut.
Yes, in the tiny hut.
Which instrument are you going to use?
What do I have again?
I'm not sure how good the acoustics are here.
I'll use my flute.
Alrighty, sounds good. Roll me some
Wait,
performance.
There it is.
Hey, that's really damn good. Hell yeah! All right. You do not shatter
So
the
nice
eardrums of your
flute.
allies.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's
They
for
are
later.
they are quite happy and soothed by your fluting. Alrighty.
A crowd starts forming around the weird spherical rock making music.
Can sound escape your tiny hut?
I think so. I think if I want it to, it can go in and
Yeah,
out.
it's just that you can pretty much tailor it to your own kind
Oh,
of
then I guess there's the question: do you want the sound to escape the tiny hut?
Sure, why not?
And what's
We'll
the
let
tiny hut
people
look
be
like?
Confused. The same as the burnt patch on the ground.
How does that work?
I don't know.
It looks like a weird ass
a-
inverted burnt patch.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
basically, if you like grab the texture and just stretch it over a house.
Yep.
Excellent. Somewhat
It
horrifying.
looks real dumb.
You don't know this when people are passing by and they're like, "Oh, this is beautiful music." And they turn around the corner and this is just horrible, oddly shaped burn mark that's like jutting out of the ground, and they just like
You're gonna make us ghosts, right?
very quickly turn the other way because they don't want to mess with that bad juju. Not tonight.
This is fine. They'll be really confused and everyone will leave us alone. That was the point.
A wee bit. Both Urit and Kakashi, roll me some intelligence checks while you are skimming through these books.
Oh no.
Spicy.
Ooh,
Spicy.
That
Not bad.
-1.
Not
That
bad.
2019.
All right, Kakashi, seeing as you have messed with potions and such before and poisons, while this is not entirely impossible to grasp, with the assistance of Suharto, that is in the tent with you, you two were actually able to go over some techniques that you might not have known before, bringing you one step closer to pretty much being able to craft your own potions and such, which in the long run will probably save you guys money, but you'll need to also, of course, practice casting potions. Yeah, go ahead and some casting potions, bud. Crafting potions.
Mm-hmm.
Urit, the book, as he mentioned, while has some kind of saucy information in it, a lot of it is, it's very factual. It's very historical. So the nature of ley lines, basically what they do, where they function. There's no precise count, but for example, under where you guys currently are, there's like one large one that's just basically full of magic. And as I mentioned before, there's strands going out, and essentially the earth, the elements, they decide where the magic goes to, effectively. It doesn't mention anything about redirecting or diverting or taking from. It's more someone went around the planet and sort of just, I don't say dug.
Charted them.
Charted, yeah, that's a good word. Effectively charted where most of the major ley lines are. In fact, according to some of the findings and readings you're going through, I'm not going to say it shouldn't be possible, but it should be far outside the reach of normal mortals to even consider messing with the ley lines. Almost as if it isn't even something that would come across. It's just like they're there, that's how they function. Kind of like the sun. You know the sun is there, you can't touch the sun, it just is the sun. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, but if in the
I'm
future
gonna
you need
go
to
ahead
access
and,
stuff, you know where it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and note it on my map, basically, how the ley lines flow.
Excellent.
So I have a visual cue as to where things are.
Exactly. Let me check something right
Speaking
quick.
of which, if I do
Yes?
that, do I notice any weird-ass ley lines under specific temples?
So they're not that precise. It's more so. I'll put it this way: they haven't necessarily, from what you're reading through, they haven't charted like, for example, here's ley line A, and it goes exactly here, 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 and here. It's more an amorphous idea of it is here, as in like under Shun Hill, and it goes where it wants. Its proximity though is relatively close to the Recall Temple and a few others. One definitely ran through, as you are aware, the area that Tranquil Needle brought up to you guys.
I'll take that into consideration, I guess.
Other than that, we receive our beautiful long rest. Suharto kind of bundles up in the his little pouch. Can you transform your character still, Mr. Toro? You should be able to, right?
Yes.
Should be able to
All right,
again,
cool.
yes?
Just check. Just making sure. Making sure I fixed it.
I wake up as Suharto.
Okay, excellent. All right, as he we'll say it's the next day.
He wakes up next to himself.
Are you close to him?
Yes.
Okay, so Suharto
Snuggles up together.
kind of stretches, and he looks like he's got a pretty good rest. He had some fun hanging with you guys overnight, and he cranes his neck a bit, looks around, and
And freaks
Kinda-
out.
rubs his eyes and stares directly at himself and goes, "Oh, what?" And then pauses for a minute and goes, "Oh, Toro, hello, good morning."
And hello.
And he's kind of squinting at you. Is my mustache uneven like that?
I mean, I made a perfect copy of you, so I guess.
Oh God, I need to fix it. Why did you not say anything?
I mean, I figured it was the look you were going for.
Mm.
I kind of like it.
It looks fine.
Oh,
Yeah, I like it.
he smiles that. Well, all right then. I guess I'll keep it. I mean, no one else has brought it up before, so if it makes me look more refined, then I will. Yes, we'll go ahead and keep it. Why not? Why not? Well then, how do we? He looks around the room. How do we get out of here? Do I just walk out? Or,
You walk out. Well, actually, after 8 hours, it would have disappeared. So
Oh, true.
it wouldn't even
exact-
be here anymore.
Exactly 8 hours?
Yep.
All right, cool. Then, kerpoof.
Wait, so would we have woken up in the middle of the ground?
Yes, you guys woke up on
Pretty much.
Basically.
on an ashen patch, basically.
Oh my.
I mean,
Surely we would have kind of cleaned it up a bit.
you don't have to with the tiny hut, but
Also, technically, the long rest we now use is only 6 hours, so he's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But the
we're
hut
on a
is no
student
more.
schedule.
Swarto stands, stretches, and says, "All right, well, what are our plans for the day going forward?"
Well, we
Well-
need to hire the dudes.
Of course, I
Bring
assume
them
you've already
back.
interviewed. Okay, you've already interviewed them, I assume.
We
Did
have,
any stick out to you?
Nah, definitely.
And why's that?
Because he's a knowledge whore.
Strange way to
We
put
call
it,
him a knowledge one.
but all right.
Also, Satish.
What about her?
She knows the area, so she can scout it out for us.
Oh, well, that is quite convenient.
And she can also help Jolly with hunting.
Oh, doubly convenient. All right. Sounds like you,
She can get the tasty boys for us.
yeah, sounds like you find quite the prospect. Well, of course, I believe you were given, what, 500 gold pieces or so?
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
well, I will, I have all the parts I need from, our large lionman. He helped load everything into our truck, our skimmer. There should be ample room for whoever you decide to hire, of course. I did bring an extra load for that. So just let me know when you're ready to leave. Unless you need me for anything, I will wait by the skimmer.
I do actually.
Alright.
Actually, we might. Are you acquainted with Salil, the owner of the magic shop?
He pauses for a moment, kind of... yes, acquainted.
Does he react to it like, I know him, but I really don't want to know him, or?
That's kind of the tone, yeah. You can't tell why, but that's basically the tone.
Ah. You two have a history, it seems.
Somewhat. If you recall, you all did pick me up from here. There's a reason I left.
Alright. Well, he might have something that we need.
Do tell.
The thing is, the problem is that I have a suspicion that he doesn't even know he has it. Or at least he doesn't let it up that he has it.
Odd. What is this something?
I'll tell Kiara to show him the picture that she drew.
I will.
Okay, he kind of gazes over the piece and seems genuinely curious. Huh. I don't believe I've seen something like that before. If I have, I didn't recognize what it was, but,
We
Nothing I've
suspect he's
seen.
keeping it in his back room, but, well, we can't get in, obviously.
Understandably, that's most likely his room. He does live there.
Aye.
The man's quite private, so, well, you're more than welcome to ask him questions. If you need things, of course, he carries everything and all types of magical bits and bobs and such, but it's entirely up to you, of course. I wouldn't push too hard in case you're attempting to take... put it this way. If it's not for display, if he's not trying to sell it, it's not something he's willing to part with.
No.
The man can be hard to work with.
Well, I guess we'll have to discuss what we're going to do about that now.
Of course, of course. If he doesn't know what it is, you could always, I guess, discuss that aspect with him, but it might just go right over his head. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Hard to bring up, of course, yes.
The matter
you
itself
have a
is a
thing,
bit,
you don't know what this thing is, we want to see your unknown thing. What? Quite a hard conversation to have. Understandable.
Aye. Well, we'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. Well, if there's nothing else, I will head over to the skimmer now.
Alright.
All right, well, as I mentioned, if you need me, just head to the front of Sakai, and I will be there. And he heads off around the corner, back to his lizardman. Whee! Whoosh. Where the hell did I put it? I didn't put it anywhere. Right here. There we go.
Oh, there's no lizard boy token.
Yeah, I can drag him out.
We need our lizard friend. He's important.
How could this
We need him
happen
for
to
moral
me?
support.
Where did he land? Lizard cart? That was weird. Okay.
Got the tiny lizard cart.
Why is
Yeah,
it so small, though?
It defaults to a really small size.
Oh god.
Be
It's a
wide,
really
though.
thick lizard cart.
There we go. Alright, lizard cart acquired. Alright, team, what say they?
Well,
mean-
do we know who we want to hire? 100%? I know we want Noth. And probably Satish.
Like, realistically,
Whatever you guys pick.
everyone except Ramul is pretty, well, obviously Ramul as well, but Ramul doesn't want to go to our town, probably.
I mean, he might come, but I don't think he'd stay long.
He would probably enjoy the tomb raiding part of what we're doing more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
And then now we are still above budget without him, so we need one more to either leave or we need to reduce the cost somehow.
Are we
As I
above
mentioned,
budget without him?
Is that you guys can
Yes.
also throw your own gold at them. It's totally up to you.
Without Ramu, we're still at like 580, I think.
Oh, that's if we want all of them except for him?
Yep. Yeah. So either one of them,
Well,
someone
I
else
mean-
needs to go, or
I can try to talk them down by telling them they
Yeah.
get a free place to stay and free food.
yeah, offer room and board. See if they reduce the price or anything.
Let's add it up and see what we're exactly at.
Sure.
Realistically,
have
we could also
Readily known for you.
throw in some of our own cash because we're assuming that the 500 we got, that the town or Chabi can pay more than that after this, because they have been getting more income lately apparently.
And
Yes.
it should increase as time goes on. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what time was it when we went to bed? Would we have had any time before that?
It was definitely past midday, so you guys effectively spent all the day gambling, speaking with the potential hires, and shopping. So realistically, you guys can wake up whenever you want. It's totally up to you.
Well,
Since it's a new day.
before we go talk to them again, I want to basically sit around advertising that we have wyvern meat in Chabi.
Okay.
See if
Yeah, we could do that.
see if we can get some people to maybe head down there. Some more money over there.
Sure. Are you guys just going word of mouth, just going up to random people and saying, "Hey, yo, we got some meat"?
Yeah, we got meat. You know, the place
Also,
is all
you
fancy.
could
it's
probably
being
ask
fixed up.
like Suharuto to also help with that. Some advertising, basically. I'm sure he knows how to do that.
Yeah, he's a merchant.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say before he walked off, you guys did tell him that. So, to your guys' knowledge, he's sitting near the entrance of Sakai, letting people that know that are coming in and out that, hey, back in Chabi, we have wyvern meat. Have you ever had wyvern before? And they're like, ooh.
If we're gonna advertise this hard, though, we might have to go hunting for some more.
Well, I mean, the last
I mean,
one
we
was
do
pretty
have a
easy to kill,
ton
so
of
You guys have help now, so.
just nuke every wyvern in the area.
And to be honest,
you guys come in
Kakashi
and go
pretty
extinct.
much-
Good job.
Kakashi pretty much soloed him, so I'm sure we'll be fine.
So what, 610 for everyone except for Removal?
Math is hard.
Yeah, 610.
I'm sure we're the prices down properly. Okay.
So unless we have to reduce... Yeah, we would have to be able to reduce them total by like 110 then. At least with the room and board promise, but...
Yeah, and like I mentioned, you guys can throw a little bit of gold at him between the four of you. You guys are gonna end up making, obviously, it's not that much money. It's for a whole week that they'll stay here, so
Oh, we just kick out Isamini.
that works too. All up to you guys.
But I like her.
She's a bit crazy though.
She's a bit
I
crazy.
mean, you're not
And I'm
wrong.
also pretty sure she lied about the queen, but yeah, you know.
Did we insight check that? I forget.
I don't think I did because I forgot.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yes.
I think when you guys asked, she wasn't necessarily lying, and she didn't say she did it solo. So it was more so like maybe she was present or she
Yeah,
helped.
it's not so
or-
much that I'm saying she's a liar, more so that I think she doesn't know that it was an actual queen, basically.
Also that, yes,
It could have just been a bigger Kuthrik.
correct.
Yeah, we could just not hire her.
Yeah.
But if we hire her, then we might be able to take Satish out more often for scouting.
Yeah, so for the most part,
Or whatever
mechanically,
we-
the more people you guys hire, the more you guys can have them. Of course, you can bring them with you, but you know they will function the way they function. You can have, if you guys want to do something or get something, you can just say, hey, since we have like 5 people, 4 people, 3, whatever, send this person out, because Kozue is obviously still in Chabi. With all the defenses you guys also were able to find through the books and such, that will also help prevent attacks, like to begin with. So if you guys need something or want something, you can have these people go out, depending on what their skills are, to have them find what have you. So obviously, the more folk you have, the more potential income, the more of everything, effectively. So
I suppose it also depends on what we want them to do.
correct.
I mean, generally guarding the town most of the time.
Which leaves your guys' hands free to go off and do whatever the hell you want.
In
And not need to worry at all.
cases, it's probably mostly going to be like scouting and hunting, I guess.
We're basically
For,
dumping our job
shit.
onto them.
Effectively, yeah.
So we can go raid tombs.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
mean,
I think
we
a couple of
could-
them would probably join us.
Yeah, we could definitely bring Nath at least.
Probably.
Well, he is a UNT, so I'm worried he might have mixed feelings about it.
No.
I mean, we can
No,
always
he would
ask
have
him.
good feelings about it because we're raiding other tombs.
Yeah.
Like, why would he care? I don't know.
He basically, the way Yeti explained it, he don't give a shit if you rob that tomb because you're proving that you're
Yeah.
stronger than them.
Yeah,
Whoever
and
is
there's
stronger.
there's a few more nuances, but I'll go over them later.
Okay.
Also, there might be books. You know, he's a
Yeah.
knowledge hoard. There might
Yeah.
be more books.
There also
He-
might be more chain devils. I mean,
He and me are gonna get
know.
along super good.
Let's imagine you two reading in a
Yeah, you
library. Everyone's getting murdered in the other room.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
You not have you seen this shit? Look how cool this is. Do you hear screams? Nah.
Nah.
They're enjoying
Pretty much.
themselves.
I mean, last time we almost got crushed by a ball, so you know.
Fortunately, you cast Shrinky Dink on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I bowled with it.
That was great. I think was it more of a bowl or a shot put?
I think it was
It
a
was
shot
probably
put
more of a
mostly.
shot put, I guess. Let's throw it. So.
So good. Love that.
I love that spell so much.
hmm
The utility.
You guys have been getting really good use out of it. I make a puzzle door. Shrink the door. Okay.
You know, it works.
Honestly, I love it.
So do we want to not hire Hizumine, or do we want to
I guess we could first ask them if they
Right.
would
try and talk
be
him down
willing to
first?
lower their price, yeah.
Also, side note, you guys hold up. The wyvern parts, all of them, the rest, you technically have not sold yet.
Yes, that's
I
true.
thought they weren't worth much.
Yeah.
They're worth a very specific amount, and they've not
The-
yet been sold. If you wanted a supporter to sell them, I can have him RP sell them, just give you guys the gold. Just let me know.
Like the thing basically, we can keep parts that we can actually use. That was my thought, and the rest we don't have use for it anyway. So even if it's worth nothing, might as well sell it.
I just took a toe bone because I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I don't really care
Yeah,
about the rest.
I'd be content having him RP sell them.
Yeah.
If only because of his contacts.
Okay. And
Like,
would you guys?
I'm sure I would keep some parts on my own that I can potentially use, like I don't know, bones or teeth. I don't know.
Okay. Would you guys have given those parts to him as he walked off prior, basically? Just so you can have the gold now.
Sure.
Wait,
Well,
how
so
large is the skull?
Hmm?
How large is
The
the
skull
skull?
we could mount.
yes, are you
above
intending to
the-
keep the skull or?
I'm asking how large is the skull?
Skull is probably measure with my hands, maybe like 2.
2-3 feet.
Yeah, probably around that, like 2.5 feet or so.
Could
Big chomp.
potentially mount it above the the Chabi welcome board.
We could, or we could sell this one, and then we're gonna hunt more anyways, because apparently we need more wyvern meat.
Alright, fair
'cause
enough.
that's what we're
I mean,
advertising.
we don't have to hunt them.
Yeah, so you can hire the people to hunt them. So
True.
We're gonna have to send out Satish to find them first anyway.
the grunt work.
Well, we know their general area.
True, that's true. And I did make a map of it, so.
Well, are we ready to go talk?
I guess there's nothing
Okay.
else.
All right, we'll say with that, let's add this to the pool that you guys were given from the mayor. So the wyvern bits were sold for a total of 100 extra gold.
Oh boy.
100.
We have 600.
Yep,
We
negative
need
600.
10 more gold.
We can chip that in, that's fine.
I'll bring.
Yeah, but that's gonna
if
be
we
for
even
the
have
first
to.
week.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's why we're advertising the wyvern meat, so maybe they'll make more so they can pay them more.
Mm.
I'll warp y'all in here. Oh, question.
mean-
Sorry, meta question, real quick. Okay. Regarding walls and such, I can delete all the walls and doors in towns if they actually bother you guys. Do you like them or do you not like them? In town specifically.
I mean,
In
They're
town, I
fine.
do not like them.
like I like the for RP value, but they do, yeah, it's fine.
They get in the way a bit? Okay, because the thing is, I can nuke all the doors in
Sometimes, yes.
towns, all the doors and walls, I can blow them all up.
It's just for moving. It's less
A little tedious.
easy.
Yeah, I know you guys are stuck in corners sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, if it's like this is fine, honestly. But in like in Chabi itself, if we need to be like behind the big building, that's
That-
fine.
I noticed I shaped that one a little weird. My apologies. I'm getting kind of weird with some of these building shapes because it's fun. But yeah, okay. Going forward, honestly, I can just nuke the walls. It'll just make it easier for you guys to move around. Of course, for dungeons and such, those will stay because
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But for towns and such,
Also,
we
if
don't
there's,
need
like
them.
multiple walls and multiple doors that just get really annoying. Like
Yeah, exactly.
when we're testing it, the maze.
Oh god, that was
Oh,
horrifying.
that was terrible.
That was awful. I'm glad we tested that. Yeah, that taught me never ever have a 5x5 hallway. They're very hard to walk down. So every future dungeon will be minimum 10 feet wide because that's frustrating just to look at. Alrighty, it is the next day. We head back into excuse me. Back into the poob, their gambling hall, Wind's Respite. And you see all the folk, they're awake, they're throwing cards and die and such, and they're having a good time up in the corner where y'all left.
wow, they never left the table.
I know, right?
That's insane.
They've claimed dominion over it.
Oh, their table now.
Actually, they did leave the table because we were at the middle table.
Shit, you're right. We were at this one.
It's okay. So the smoke in the air kind of, gets you. Oh, you just turned a
Oh,
robot.
God.
I heard what you said. Through my headphones, I heard.
Also, I think your fish are dead.
I
My,
think so too.
my fish are perfectly fine. Thank you very
No,
much.
They're
They look
definitely
dead.
dead.
They're
They look
perfectly.
very dead.
They're very much
floating on their
alive.
side.
They're
dead.
on their side. They're dead.
Zoom out a bit further. They're looking at the customers. They're checking you guys out. They're like, man, that's a real nice looking bard. Ooh, look at the armor on that dwarf. He's real fancy. Does that girl have 9 tails? How is there a drow here? Ooh, mysterious.
Ow.
They can
Yeah,
see
these
him.
are some smart fish. They can see him.
The fish see all. They're the security for this place.
Casey is
Is-
fish now.
Is Casey pawing at the glass?
Yes.
What a dweeb.
Yeah, poor
Yeah, like-
Casey.
Everyone look how cute
Difficulty
Casey is.
rating 15 or something.
Just
Literal
wood
demon
noises
fish.
against glass.
Yep.
Ready,
What
team?
does it sound like?
Wood against glass?
Oh, never mind. I remember. Yeah. I completely forgot. I spent like 5 years of my life living in the middle of the woods.
Just erase that.
Yeah.
That's
Say.
fine.
Let me go grab some glass and some wood, and I'll get some Foley work for you guys.
BRB.
Oh no,
No.
he really doesn't want to talk to them.
He told me he'd have to BRB a few times during the session, so it's fine. All right,
Yeah.
do as you will, team.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Everyone kind of gives you a nod. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm assuming everyone had a good night's sleep.
They all kind of, all sort of almost talk at once, and you get the general idea of, yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we talked it over, and we were wondering if you could lower your prices because you will have free a free
Room and
place
board.
to stay and free food.
And it will be good food. Trust me.
It'll be real good food.
Yeah, Jolly
Dog.
Beast is an excellent cook.
I look a little crazy when I say that. Real good food.
What like what kind of crazy?
Like it's
Cross-eyed
some real
crazy.
good food. Yeah.
Are you like shaking, sweating?
Yeah.
You
Like,
need
I
your
need
fix.
some more of that good food. Yeah.
He basically looks like he might need new pants.
Dangerous.
Oh my.
You sort of see everyone thinking, and Noth speaks up first, and I assume that would have been part of the deal.
Hmm.
At least from what I heard. Everyone sort of nods in agreement to that.
I don't get the
Alright.
question.
They assumed that was basically free. That was a given.
So when they gave us their price, that was what they were assuming already?
They were assuming they'd have free room and board, effectively, yeah.
Shit.
The free food sounds nice, though.
It's real good food.
Romul speaks up. What kind of alcoholic drinks do you have there?
Well, I'm not one to drink too much, so I wouldn't know.
Was the drink that Tranquil Needle made for me alcoholic?
Do you mean dancing?
Yes.
It was mostly just like a like a cactus smoothie. It could be alcoholic, but for the most part, no. It was more of a, think of it like desert Gatorade. It gave you like a boost of like, ooh, this is good.
Cactus juice, the quenchiest.
Exactly.
I don't think we've had any alcoholic drinks there,
Yeah, we have.
have we?
I mean, I've had just beer there, I guess. An ale.
How is the ale? He's looking at when he asked this.
Well, honestly, there was quite a good selection. There were even some brews from my hometown.
Kind of nods approvingly at that. Not something I expected. Good to hear. Shadows just seems kind of content. I'm willing to lower my price by, if free room and board is on the table, 5 would be fair, I think.
So that's 95 for him, too?
Yeah.
For him, yes.
Right. And the rest, all assumed it was part of it, I guess.
After Shadows brings it up, they sort of look around at each other. Roll me both Doran, or roll me Persuasion. You see everyone else kind of thinking. It's a pretty day.
Damn, I rolled a 6.
Plus 11, though. All right. They sort of look to each other, and they've gotten a really good impression from you guys, so you kind of get a collective group shrug, and they all kind of, in unison, agree to lowering their price by 5 each.
At least it puts us below the 600 we have.
Yeah.
No. There is another point of content, I guess.
Do tell.
We are working on a budget, of course, with the promise that in the future this budget is going to increase. But for now, we will not be able to hire all of you at once, at least. With that said, currently, what we need most is guards and help with hunting and generic, town stuff. Having said that, Ramul, and I'll look at him. I don't think this is the legacy you are, hoping for.
Kind of rolls his neck a bit. Possibly, yes.
That's what I suspected.
If
That is not to say that in the future we might not be able to use your services, of course, because there are some interesting temples around this place. But for now, well, it's up to you, I guess.
As I mentioned, friend, my price is my price. I do not necessarily care what I do, as long as I am stimulated. Up to you, of course. You can pay, and I am happy.
Not the answer I was expecting.
I'll just kind of whisper to the rest of them, I guess. Alright then. So we are going with option E, which is keep everyone but Remo and just keep him around, basically.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to. He'd probably get a enjoyment out of raiding the tombs with us.
Yeah.
But I think only that.
Yeah.
Alright. Turn back to the group. Well then, for now, I guess we will not require your
Prepare the breakup
services.
speech.
Yeah, basically. I'm trying to word
I can hear the
trying
tone
to
of your
word it.
voice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let him down easy.
This is new to me, okay? I've never broken up with someone before.
Poor removal.
You're gonna crush someone's heart, demons.
Nah, he'll be fine. He has experience.
He's an old soul.
Anyway. Well, for now, we aren't in need of your service specifically, I guess. Although there are plenty of bounty boards around here for you to enjoy. And if we go to one of these temples in the future, which we surely will, maybe we'll give you a call.
He leans back in his chair and scratches his beard a bit. Rolls his shoulders, leans forward, picks up the beer that he's been kind of swirling around a bit, mostly paying attention to Doro and it. Kicks back a bit, puts back on the table and kind of, that's fine, I do not take it personally, friend. Do not worry about hurting me. I am made of tougher things. And he kind of hits his chest and, I will be around.
Of
Will
course,
we
you're
be able
welcome
to
to
reach
visit
you?
the town.
He kind of like
I'm back.
rolls his, welcome back. He rolls his hand in the air and, I'll be around.
All right.
Basically, I'll tell him he's welcome to come to the town, to Chabi, to visit, basically, and see if we have any work for him.
Okay, he kind of nods at that. Sure.
Enjoy
Maybe
some whale meat.
maybe in a week or so I will swing by your town of Chabi and see what you could potentially offer me in the future. Maybe things will have changed by then.
That's the hope.
Wonderful. He sort of stands up as well. For the rest of you, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I will see you all around. He sort of gets up and heads off. He doesn't seem perturbed or let off by...
Dawson.
I know, right? he doesn't seem offended at all. He kind of... Almost his body language says he sort of expected that. But he doesn't seem perturbed or anything in any way.
And
He
then
just goes to
play a
gamble
game.
instead. Yeah.
And then Shadow steals his seat.
Slowly scoots on over. He warmed it up for him.
Well, everyone else, I think you're hired.
I see when he claps very excitedly. Oh joy, wonderful. I knew you had a discerning eye.
Mhm. I will, let's see. With everyone lowering their price by 5, where are we at? 585?
It
For
should
these-
be 610 minus 25.
So yeah, 585. So we have 15. I'll pass out all their gold for the week.
Okay, everyone accepts their gold.
Are you not gonna do that after they join us in the caravan?
I mean, they better join us.
Here's if he
They
doesn't
fucking
show up.
better.
Lady
him down.
nerds!
Suckers.
Guess we gotta kill someone.
New mission. Quest updated.
Well,
Well, that does mean that they're all employed to us at the moment.
You see everyone, they're counting through their money real quick. Some more meticulously than others, and they sort of put it away in their pouch, and they'll sort of give you the visual cue that they are indeed ready to go when you are.
Alright, let's first go rob the magic store. I joke, of course.
His eyes lit up just a wee bit. Oh, okay.
oh, she wanted to do it.
A good
wanted
joke,
all of
truly. Truly a good joke.
Maybe later.
She smiles devilishly at that.
I
Eventually.
take note of her reaction. Someone I may want to hang out with in the future. I stand near her.
You shadow step behind her.
Well, if you want,
That's right.
I want to
Did
wait
we
near
want
our
to?
cart at
Did
front.
we want to do a bounty before we left or something?
Probably. Do we want to have them be a test run with the bounty?
Yeah, basically.
Just
That's
take
the
them all
idea.
out.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we have 3 options.
Preferably one that isn't going to murder us.
Well, I mean, we have a lot of people now.
This is quite true.
Let's see.
I will move
There's
them as
the
one
trip.
unit.
I don't really
We
want
have
to do the
the graboid, the sand swimmer, and the weird book boy.
book boy.
Oh, right, in the weird Kuthrik looking kind of thing that was described in the book, I think.
Oh,
So I'll go over real quick. So the way the hunts are going to work, this is basically the way that you guys can effectively get magic items that you want, depending on how efficiently you kill it, etc., 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 and the tier of the monster. I have one fully prepared in terms of like tiers, so what would be within your guys' difficulty range. These are very, very, very different from anything you fought before. I'm not saying difficult necessarily. The process to fighting this thing is incredibly difficult. So you don't just walk up and like, hit it. You don't just... this is something you need to do research for, basically.
Alright, so it's not something we basically have time for to do in a day.
You very much do, yes. You can bring these 5 folk with you. Obviously, that'll make you guys a little more obvious because that's a huge party. I won't tell you exactly how to do it, but this is something that you're going to want to do research on before you tackle it. Otherwise, I can almost guarantee you it will kill you.
No, then I guess I'll go back to town first. Have everyone settled.
It's basically a new mechanic I'm testing out.
I mean,
Oh.
we have a scout for a reason.
Yep.
It's a kingpin
Yeah.
system.
It's
It's the kingpin system, even.
We should probably introduce them to the mayor anyway, because he's going to be the
Yeah,
one
we
paying
should.
them next, right?
yeah.
We wouldn't want them to die in a hunt.
You hire 5 people, they all die instantly. Well, shit.
God damn it.
Hey, at least we can get our money back.
Good news.
Yeah?
Do we
And whatever
know?
loot they had on them.
If they get eaten, I don't think we can loot them.
Very true.
You might want to have Nath transcribe the books before he dies, then.
As
I'm...
he's dying. Read this book!
Please, oh my god, hurry, read faster!
Well, do we want to do any of those?
Not currently, I guess.
The world is your oyster. Y'all can go wherever you want. I don't know if you guys want to purchase. So, also, out of character, if you guys wish to purchase any, obviously, as I mentioned before, like special magical items, this is going to be the place to do it. Currently, obviously, Suarto doesn't have the biggest selection. He's working on it. This dude, Mr. Bougie, he's got basically everything. So if there's anything odd you think you might want, he's going to have it. Otherwise, obviously, what we've been doing, going through temples and such, will give you guys more loot, and doing these hunts will give you guys more loot. They'll basically be an extension of what Kiara has been doing for you guys, except not just a beard jewelry, something more useful.
Oh yeah, Kiara.
Yeah?
You know that the little magic item you made for me that records sounds?
Yes.
You know how we used that to distract the wyvern when I made the little boar?
Yeah?
I forgot to pick that up.
It's alright, I'll make you a new one.
Perfect.
Please
Or
don't
we can just go
do
look
that,
for it.
though. No,
You
it's probably gone by now.
I
Or-
mean,
Or
Interesting, eh?
dusty.
you know,
I mean, it's a magical item. It doesn't just break.
yeah.
I
It
mean,
might have been eaten, I guess.
we can try looking for it. Especially if we're gonna go get some more wyverns.
Yeah.
No. We don't have to look for it. We can ask Satish to look for it.
Just send
Good
her out.
point.
Hey, there's this really tiny ring in the middle of the desert. Go find it.
I mean, it's still making sound, isn't it?
Should be.
Does it make sound forever?
You didn't turn it off, did you?
Oh.
I didn't know that it just kept going.
There is now a semi-accurate snorting sound coming from this ring for record, basically, yes. As
Just
you
look
guys
over-
Probably attracting something. So it's-
you guys made the sound, so you didn't actually record a pig doing it.
It's
The-
probably attracting other animals. So, you know.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's a ring in the desert just going.
I thought it replayed it once and then stopped, but I guess it's just going.
You hit the repeat button. You hit loop.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's got a really
I
good
didn't know
battery.
I thought that was the play button once. The play
Damn.
once button. God damn. Well, that's another small adventure we can do at some point, I guess. Or have
True.
Satish do it. I don't really care.
And she might find it while she's hunting. It's fine.
I did. Wait, let me check something real quick. Everyone else can do some stuff. I have to look something up.
Did you guys need to purchase anything before leaving? I'm gonna drag all the NPCs to the cart.
I feel like I did, Hub. Did I tell
tell
you?
Kiara about the what's it called? The multi-tool, I guess. But for the rest, I think all of us bought everything.
Sorry, say that again?
I did tell you about the multi-tool that he sells in the magic shop. The one that gives you, you can use it as a focus and you get +1 to your magic attacks and DC rolls.
Oh, yeah, the multi-tool for artificer.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a multi-tool or an all-purpose tool?
All-purpose tool.
Yeah,
All-purpose
that's
tool?
what it's called.
The +1 all-purpose tool or something.
Yeah.
It's a, what is it, a common magic item, I think?
Uncommon wondrous item.
Uncommon.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a wondrous item. Yeah. It shouldn't be too expensive. Probably.
Fortunately, it's one of those weird things. It's
Okay.
probably hard to price.
What is going on? What is this? Kakashi, no! Jesus.
He got the zoomies.
The major
Like that.
zoomies.
It's like the Phasmophobia ghost that we saw that
Oh
one
my
time.
God.
You mean the one where the kid was hacking and tried
Yeah,
to
that-
pretend like he wasn't?
The hacked one.
Yeah.
I
Becomes
have the
speed.
clip. I have the clip
know,
still.
I recently watched a stream actually, and the game changed so much.
Yeah,
Ghosts are
changed
actually
quite a bit.
fucking deadly now.
Cool.
yeah.
I actually played
They
it
will
like a
actively
few
open
days-
doors and hunt
weeks
you
ago.
down if you make sounds.
Nice. That sounds more interesting.
And they'll like check the last spot that they remember you were.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy basically accidentally dropped his camera, and the ghost just turned around, opened the door, and killed him instantly.
Wow.
As it should.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I don't think I have the money for it, but I do want to buy a wand of magic missiles.
Always useful.
Another free damage well, not free, but you know, another damage option.
Free-ish, yeah.
To the magic shop. Jump over all of his displays again. Hello there, sir.
What is the other book I bought about runes? What is it about actually?
What is it about?
Yeah, specifically, like, is it a book about runes in general, or?
Runic history for some of it's for record keeping, some of it is application for combat, application for like design and such, whether the rune emits light or whether it's used for magic, things of that nature. Kind of like a
Useful, right?
runing 101, yeah. So it can teach you, like, you know a fair amount, but there's some things in here that aren't like difficult for you, but like, oh, this is an interesting way of using it. Maybe little things you didn't think of.
Time to make runic nightlights.
Precisely. And he bows to you again upon entering his store. Hello, Doro.
How
Are you in
doing
the
today?
room as well, Kiara?
Yeah.
He sort of gives you a wave.
Oh, wait, back.
He very much remembers you and your little demon.
I would hope so.
And what can I do for the two of you?
Well, I was looking for a wand of magic missiles.
I see. Any particular tier of the item, or just the standard?
Are there higher tiers?
Well, technically, if one has more charges, it'd be more efficient, but
True. I just was looking for a basic one. I did not know there were better wands of magic missiles.
That's fair. That's fair.
There are now.
Let's see. I think that would run about. He sort of flips through some sheets real quick. Yes, Wand of Magic Missile shoot about 800 gold pieces.
I don't quite have that much. Do you have a discount for a returning customer? Maybe bring it down to 700?
Do you have anything you can give me?
No, not anymore.
Did you sell basically everything?
Everything that I want to get rid of.
That is fair. He looks over to Kiara and put a pin on that for a moment. What are you here for?
I have to save my money for that chain demon, so I'm just along for the ride.
True, true. Anything you could possibly do to assist your friend here? You are friends, are you not?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
He sees her, smiles at that. All right.
Gosh, he walks away. Goodbye. Actually, how much was the thing for Kiara? I already forgot the name of it.
The all-purpose
tool
tool?
thing? Yeah, that thing.
I cannot find a precise price, but I think it'd be around 1,000, 1,200-ish.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's out of my price range.
Well, I mean, the Wand of Magic Missiles is just extra, and that helps you a good bit. So if you want to combine our money and buy that instead, we can do that.
I could do that. I have 600 on me right now.
I got 700.
Well, seems we could come to some form of agreement, yes?
So about
yes.
That returning customer reduction, price reduction.
He smiles widely at that. Let's see, how about 950 gold pieces for the... what we're looking for? The all-purpose tool, Kiara?
Yes.
Yes, 950.
Sure.
He claps his hand at that. Ah, absolutely wonderful.
Wait, so we're buying that, not the Wand of Magic Missiles?
I mean, it was just the Wand of Magic Missiles was extra, but I think the all-purpose tool helps you a bit more.
I mean, it's basically permanent +1 damage and +1 to
Yeah,
PC
it's
save
plus
for you.
1 bonus to spell attack rolls and the
Oh, so
saving
attack
throw of
rolls
your
are
artificer.
bonus
Yeah,
damage.
for attack rolls. So
That makes
basically,
sense, actually.
yeah. So when you roll a 10, you actually roll an 11. So if you have +8 to hit, you now have +9 to hit. So basically, you don't miss as much. The thing you love.
Does it not have an extra effect?
It
it-
also can be
it
used
does other
as
things, yeah.
yeah, it can be used as every single tool, I think.
The simple
that's
screwdriver can
useful.
transform into a variety of tools as an action. You can touch the item and transform into a variety of artisanal tools of your choice. See all equipment. Whatever form it takes, you are proficient in it, so that will help Kiara quite a bit.
Ooh.
While using this tool, you get +1. You get a +1 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws as well. So if your saving throw is 17, now it's 18, or whatever it is for Kiara currently. As an action, you can also focus the tool to channel your creative forces. Choose a cantrip that you don't know from any class. For 8 hours, you can cast that cantrip, and it counts as an artificer cantrip. Once this property is used, it cannot be used again until the next dawn. So basically, you also get an extra free cantrip. So if your Kitsune Bee isn't really doing it for you, well, of course, we can find
It's
a way
really
to
useful, actually.
increase the range of that. Yeah. So if you're missing a damage type like cold, I don't give any cold damage or lightning.
Does
you
it
can
actually say
find something.
any class?
choose a
any
cantrip you don't know
cantrip?
from any class.
So she can
Eldritch
literally
Blast?
cast Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
Take Eldritch Blast.
That's a 1d10 cantrip.
But if you want
But
force
she can only
damage,
cast it once, though, can't she? Or is it once every...
no, it just counts as another artificer cantrip for you. Once the property is
Nice.
used, it can't be used again. So you literally just get an extra cantrip.
You just get Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Best
So
cantrip.
Nice.
yeah, if you just want another
Yeah,
extra
or
cantrip, then there you go.
Tool, any
Uh,
cantrip she wants.
Yep.
That's nice. It's really nice.
It's really good.
What
Yeah,
was it? 950?
correct. 950. So however y'all want to split
Oh.
that.
I'll put in 550.
550?
Yeah.
That's more than half.
525.
But you
Basic
gotta
math.
save your money.
I mean, yes. Oh, all right, thank you. You know I still owe you clothes, though, right?
Don't worry about it. Those are cheap. We're getting a lot of
Aw.
money.
You're so nice.
For the greater good.
You said 550?
It'd be 400 for you.
All right, I will give out 400.
All right, you have paid the man, and let's pray this thing's actually in the. Come on, just type 2. This and chips. Okay, it might be hiding in one of these compendiums.
Yeah, I don't think mine was in there either. You had to make it.
I can make things. It's fine. Not a big deal. Indie Beyond items. Let's see all. Nope. Okay. Make a note, Miss Kiara, that you now have the +1 all-purpose tool. Please and thank you. I will make it for you later. It tends to miss random items. I don't know why.
Now to get a +3 multi-purpose tool.
Yeah, just get the +2. You don't need that shit.
For
It's
like,
Garbage.
triple the price or more.
Probably.
Oh, it's probably a lot more.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably a lot more.
The way shit
Probably
scales is
increases
actually.
exponentially.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. All right, he
Wait,
leads you.
it should be double price of the lower tier.
Probably.
So it should be
So like
2400 for the other one, and then for the
And then-
800.
And then big number.
The last one, 5k or so.
All right, so Leo sort of motions for Kiara to come over this way, and he shows you his display case. I have a few different all-purpose tools. I don't know which one you're more privy to, but I've got 3 different ones here. Anything in particular you're looking for? I know you can change it to your like, but
What do they look like?
well, I have one here made of metal. Well, they're all made of metal for the most part, but different colors, effectively. Looking for more of a silver. I have something that's more of a it's like a burnt orange, more of a brass color. And then kind of a faux gold.
Ooh, faux gold.
Obviously, pick the one that looks like a sonic screwdriver.
It does indeed look like a screwdriver. Up to you.
Faux gold.
Faux gold. All right, sorry, you said that like you were thinking about it.
No, I wanted that one.
All right. He sort of waves his hand over the display table and the glass dissipates. He reaches in and picks up the full gold all-purpose tool, hands it to Kiara. Just left of that, you notice many cards, hilts of weapons that most likely are magical in nature and will extend. You see various magical orbs. And between all that, you actually see a curious little rock. It's held up, similar to the orbs. The stone it catches your eye for a moment. You've not really seen anything like this before, Kiara. It's like a purple blue. It's like shimmering. You can feel power sort of pulsing from it. It's small. It's about the size of like a 50-cent coin here. It's about that size. Looks like there's like stars shimmering in it. It's really, really interesting. And after he hands you the all-purpose tool, he motions over it again and the glass reappears.
Sleal, what's that starry, sparkly rock?
It's something I had someone find for me. I believe it's... Well, he said one night it fell from the sky and he was able to procure it for me. I found it quite interesting, as I've not seen anything like it in the past. So, well, being the collector that I am, I collected it.
Can I Arcana check it?
Yes?
Oops.
Arcana.
There we go.
May I ask, with that roll, what are you looking for precisely?
I want to see if it's magical in nature and maybe what it does.
So it's 100% magical in nature. Obviously, there's this glass panel between it. You can't touch it. You can't move it. You can't really get too close to it. So with your roll, what you can sense is it seems to be some form of power source, not something you've seen before. Yeah, it's definitely magical. Like this whole magical shop is just magic emanating from literally everywhere. This tends to stand out a little bit though.
There's degrees of magic, you know.
Yeah. There's a there's
There
a
is.
You're
Is
the-
it
you're the
pure
expert.
magic or does it use magic?
Mm-hmm.
Shush.
if anything, this feels like a piece of untempered magic, like pure magic, almost magic taken form of stone. Like I said, You've
Can I-
not.
Can I tell if it's dangerous?
This could potentially be dangerous. At the current size and the way he has it displayed, he doesn't believe it's dangerous. And from what you can see around it, there's no burn marks, there's no scorch marks. It's held in place quite sturdily, such as all the other items are. So he's not displaying it in a way where it's like, ooh, don't touch this, it's gonna explode.
Can I tell it might do that though?
Explode? I mean, technically everything can explode.
Hmm.
From this distance, now you can't really tell.
Okay. I'm just wondering if I should warn him that it's maybe bad.
If you're in the room, demons, yes, it'd be very similar to that.
All right. Thank you.
He smiles and nods. You're quite welcome. If you need anything else, please do not hesitate to ask. And of course, he sort of points to you, Kiara. I am working on our little... He smirks again. Friend.
I appreciate it, and I will definitely be back.
Yes, please do. Kind of hops back over his counter and
Boy.
begins meddling with some things.
Duro literally jumps over the tables.
I've done that every time I've gone in there.
Oh, sorry. The other thing I was going to say. So, once again, more meta information. The way these hunts are going to work, before you guys skedaddle, basically, you guys will have base information on said creature, and then in order to kill it, you can do whatever you want. You can look at it itself. You can, field work. You can also ask people. Ask other hunters, ask other local folk and whatnot. Things about said creature, maybe something along those lines. And that can give you information on how to take down the creature. So however you wish to do that, of course. You guys made a cute little shape. I like that. Do a little dance. Make a little love.
Or it's a little slower.
Or it slowed down at the end there. Stamina's on the strong suit, apparently.
I don't know why mine is so fast.
He has the animation turned off.
Yeah, I
He-
have it as well, enough, I think.
Kakashi
very
Kakashi has higher dexterity. He used all my processing power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Exactly.
I'll double check. What was it under again?
I don't remember.
I have like 60 something. Animation. No token animation. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, just type animation or no token. Basically, you'll know if it's on or off. It takes forever to move the token to the point where you can't really do anything, and it's really
It looks
frustrating.
the same for me, actually.
Yes.
With how fast you move, you have it off. It's much slower with it on. I have no idea what's on by default. It's so weird. Yeah, like I said, however you guys want to accomplish that, you're more than welcome to. The hunt itself is already completely set up, so you guys wish to go about that, you are more than welcome to.
Ah, there we go. I've got
I
the
actually
savings,
I
that's
actually have
fine.
quite a few things ready for you guys.
Well, we have to research the boys.
Yep, totally up to you guys. Just letting you know. It's something I'm trying that's a little bit different, but I think it'll be fun.
How long is it to get here?
How long did it take to get here on the sand skimmer?
Yeah.
Probably about 2 or so hours, I think.
I mean, it's fully
Not bad.
loaded now, so it should probably take a bit longer.
It'll take longer to get back, yeah. Herbie is now fully loaded, though, so it'll take a hot second longer.
God.
Just let me know what y'all want to do.
Apparently everyone wants to spaz out,
Fast. Slap the gas.
become as speed.
I'm actually waiting for Ert to go so fast he just, like, phases into nothing. Just your token's just gone. Tears open a wormhole.
Well, do we want to just take all the new employees back?
Yeah, I think we should take him back, get him settled in, and then start thinking about hunts.
Yeah. Because we can always come back here.
All right, sounds
Not
good.
Too far
Yes.
away.
Let me copy paste all these fools. Everyone else. Damn it. I'm trying to select you. Okay.
Don't forget Khan.
Alrighty, back to town we head. reload just in case. What we should. Boop. Did we get them all? Yeah, we got them all. Excellent. Alrighty. All right, through the semi-long... Yeah, you guys can technically move back to Chabi on your own. I will go ahead and activate it. It should slurp you all back automatically.
Oh no, our goddess is gone.
Your goddess. Yes, I'm sorry.
How dare you?
She she's being useless somewhere else.
Damn.
Alrighty. You were met with no resistance on the journey back. I can give you a star.
Are you
Are we,
trying to
are
summon
we,
a demon or
are we
something?
sacrificing someone?
Sacrificing shadows
Kalima.
and the
There you go,
Oh,
sacrifice everybody.
Kalima.
Here, I'll have them sound
and we
tips.
sacrifice the scroll.
Sacrifice the scroll. Ooh.
There.
Transmute it into something more useful, like toilet paper or something.
Damn, poor boy.
damn. I guess we should introduce them to Tranquil because he's technically the one paying them.
All right. And
Technically.
as you guys all arrive, Suharto should be here. There we go. He moves to go ahead and park the lizard boy in the corner, and he and others begin unloading. Dancing and some other folk start to help him unloading all the wood, all the new product and such that he's purchased. You guys notice to your left, this building here has indeed been updated, and then this building here has been semi-updated for the new residents.
Oh my god, excited!
Yes, he Tokyo drifts that sucker, and he slides and just like backs it up. He's real skilled. The new folk are looking around, and you know they're not necessarily judging, but they're taking in their surroundings.
Welcome to Chabi. I know it's not much to look at, but when we're done with it, it will be.
Everyone sort of gives you a nod and a smile at that. Where will we be staying?
Are they staying at the inn with us? Deep Mr.
probably.
DM?
Do we know where that they're staying in this room? Yeah. Or...
Yeah, do we know that yet?
You guys don't know anything yet now.
Oh, well,
We don't know. We're gonna talk to the mayor now. He's technically the one who's hiring you.
Shadows speaks up. Excellent. Should we come with?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. We're gonna introduce you.
All right. The group heads on over to the mayor's place. Seeing that Suharto and all are here, he greets and meets you guys at the door and leads everyone over to the conference table. Oh, if I do that, they just fit perfectly. Ha!
now everyone else has to stay in.
Hate
Except for one
you!
person. All right, take a chair. There you go.
Hey, musical chairs, you win. See, I can do this, and now you can't go anywhere.
Nice.
I haven't won until Dora stops playing.
There we go. And now you're locked forever. All right, does this Kiara brood in the corner?
Yes.
Hate these stupid doors.
I'll nuke them all later, no worries. Alrighty. Tranquil looks very excited at the fact that you guys brought 5 people back. He wasn't expecting this many. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I guess maybe we can go over introductions later. He seems quite excited. But he looks to your group. Is this everyone? All 5?
Yes.
Wonderful.
There was a 6th, but we can't afford him quite yet.
Understandable. I wasn't expecting 5. Quite wonderful. May I ask everyone's skills? And everyone sort of goes over really quick, effectively what they told you. They're adept at tracking, just general fighting, research, things of that nature, magic, etc., etc. And he sort of nods along. Everyone sort of really quickly tells their story. He's somewhat distracted by the fact that Casey jumped on the table and is I'm not sure what he or she are doing. Just kind of doing a little dance.
She is just sitting there looking gorgeous.
Looking gorgeous. Can she look gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Did you change the way she looks?
I polished her on the way back. How's that?
Oh, okay.
You polished wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buffered her.
Casually have wood polish on you.
Yeah. Get that buffer going. Hell yeah. Alrighty. And while they're all telling their stories, he's nodding along, and he seems actually fairly impressed as he looks over everybody. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. This is more than I was expecting, actually. Well, I'm sure the floor told you here, but room and board will be supplied for all of you. Food, depending on, of course, how much you consume, should be mostly free, but, you know, there are certain lines. I'm sure you're all aware that we are recently rebuilding our town here, so, well, there are certain steps we need to take until we can fully open the doors to everyone and able to, let's say, move product as freely as we wish. Everyone's sort of nodding along. And he says, if you wish, I wasn't expecting 5. We've 3 rooms prepared for you in the certain dormitory with Kozue, our current, and, well, no longer only town guardian. The other 2 of you, I guess you probably won't mind too much. We'll have to ask Mr. Jolly. They'll be staying, and he looks to the 4 of you, with the 4 of you, actually, most likely in the inn, until I can prepare more housing for the rest of our guests, if that is acceptable.
I don't mind sharing a room.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, not necessarily sharing a room. One of the floors, I believe, Jolly essentially...
He still has 2 free, yeah.
Yes, there should be extra
I
rooms
see.
that are available. I
Yeah,
do believe...
that's fine.
All right. Yeah, as I mentioned, I do believe the floor was essentially your meeting room, effectively, is what he told me. I wasn't entirely brought up on the situation. I just know things were taken care of. But, yes. You all may stay where you wish. I'll let the 4 of you decide, I guess, who's staying with you. Maybe you have extra questions for them, or more of a personal use, if you will. But, yes, he's smiling. I'm quite happy with this. You all look quite wonderful. Yes, indeed. Sammy looks very proud as she kind of, like, arcs her chin up, similar to Noth, who's also doing the same. And he kind of knocks on the table and says, of course. Shadow sort of nods and bows. Anything I can do to help? Yes, of course. Good sir, yes. And everyone seems to be acquainted with Mr. Mayor.
Excellent.
And of course, if there's anything you all wish to share with me, Suhata was mentioning some things you found out, Kiara, in some sort of scribes or books you were able to get a hold of. We can go over those later, of course, to help bolster the town's defenses and such.
Yes.
Quite wonderful.
I'm very excited about what's in these books.
Oh, yes, so am I. Anything we can do to help bolster our defenses and, well, get us up and functioning. I want to make sure everyone here feels safe. That is my primary goal.
Yeah, of course. That's why I got them.
Which I greatly appreciate. Well, I am slightly busy. If any of you, the 5 of you, need to speak with me, my doors are always open. Please just knock. I don't know if the 4 of you want to show them around town, but maybe you can show them to their living quarters and such. I'm sure it was a long journey on the way back.
I'm sure Kosu will want to meet them as well.
Yes, of course. She's most likely assisting with the unloading of all the new merchandise, but, well, if y'all wouldn't mind helping with that, for the most part, this will be a relatively relaxed job. Think of any emotions to the 4 of you. Think of these 4 as your middle management bosses, I guess. I would be, of course, in charge of everyone here, as I am effectively paying all of you. But anything that these 4 ask of you, I would greatly appreciate it if you to take it quite seriously and listen to any requests and such they have. So, for example, if we're low on something, if we need something, you will report directly to these 4. You, of course, may come to me if you have any questions and such, but these 4 would effectively be your overseers. Is that acceptable? Everyone sort of nods and in agreement to that. Quite wonderful. Well, I'll leave the rest up to the 4 of you.
No.
If there's anything you need to tell me, of course, after you're done showing them around, you may swing by again. I'm just finishing up here. Actually...
I'm
yes?
gonna wait till they all kind of leave so I can tell Tranquil about the specifics of the budget, basically.
Sure. As he finishes his conversation, do one of you want to lead the group out?
Yeah,
I will.
take 'em out.
Sure.
Well,
Okay.
I guess everyone
Hey.
leaves Urid alone there.
I mean, I'm literally waiting, so yeah.
Yeah. Or said he'd like to wait for a moment and discuss something.
You monster!
Kiara and Kakashi are getting into a door opening fight. It's actually quite intense.
Oh my god.
She made it. And all is right in the world. Where did your pet go?
On top of me.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, we can't
All right.
see him.
And with that, Tranquil closes the door and then heads back, places his hand on the chair he was just sitting on, and looks to it. There's something you wish to ask me?
Not too much ask, but more speak about the budget we were given and stuff.
Of course.
Well, as you can see, there's 5 of them. It's quite a lot.
Yes, I was expecting maybe 2 or 3.
Yes, well, the budget of 500, we did increase it a bit with the earnings from the Wyvern parts, basically.
Understandable.
Yes, so we ended up having about 600 gold to spend on this, and they evened out at about 585 gold. So it is a bit over budget, so to speak.
He thinks on that for a moment. That should be fine. I do believe
That
Jolly
is what
and
I suspected, yes.
Yes, Jolly and Swatter should be able to help me a bit. I was actually going to say, I can tell you can bring this over to your friends if you wish, but fortunately, the paperwork I'm currently working on, I have opened a few trade deals with some local towns and villages. Hopefully, we can maybe send some people their way, they'll send some people our way, we can open some channels, and well, that should bring some more wealth to Chabi.
Right, that should be good.
Yes.
And I'm sure these extra hands will make it even easier.
Oh, of course. The Wyvern that you were able to capture was causing quite a bit of a stir, in a good way, I must say, in a good way. Quite intriguing.
It was definitely worth hunting it down.
Oh, indeed. Most people don't eat them. Regardless of how it tastes, we're going to get more and more people swinging by, and well, that's
Speaking
only
of more people. We did some advertising on your part while we were in what's it called again?
Sakai.
Sakai.
Ah, his eyes light up at that, and he sort of flashes a toothy grin at you. Oh, thank you.
You might see some more customers coming in soon.
He looks genuinely happy at that. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I've been so busy with
Yes.
so many things. Truly, all right. Thank you. Spread my thanks, please, to everyone else. That is quite genius.
Most of it's probably Suharato's ID, so you know.
Well, all the same, I thank you. And he instantly kills you for sitting in this chair.
I was walking.
You are dead. Roll a new character.
But I don't wanna.
In a few days, we might actually get a visit from a man named Ramul, who was also one of the potential hires. Sadly, he was, slightly over budget, so to speak, and he had different plans for his remaining years.
Ah, that's fair.
But
Like
if
I
he
mentioned,
comes by, well,
we'll
we'll
sure
see.
to.
He is a skilled man. Maybe you can
Well-
find some use for him.
Yes, we'll sure to greet him with open arms.
Well, that was all.
That's wonderful. Well, allow me to see you out, and once again, you do have my thanks. As he walks to the door and sort of waves you out and shuts the door behind you, and presumably gets back to work. All right. While he was having the discussion, you guys led the 5 of them out here. Where do you? So there are 3 new locations for staying, for living. By Kozue. They are 3 empty rooms, so I will furnish them when we decide who lives where. And then, of course, there are 2 more in the inn. So where would you like to show everyone? Who do you want where, basically, is the question. Obviously, the 2 people that live, you'll have easy access to every NPC, but the 2 that you have in the inn, of course, you'll have closer access to. You wish to talk things over at night, and et cetera, et cetera.
So probably Noth and one of the ones in the inn.
As you guys head over, you see Suarto and dancing, slowly unloading Lizard-chan. Kozue sort of waves you guys. She's also helping unload.
I'll
I'm in
I'll
with.
start to help, and I'll tell Kozue to go meet her new friends.
She sort of she laughs at that and heads on in, and is shocked to see 5 folk just kind of sitting here. She must have been distracted outside. while she was assisting with the new packages and such. Oh, wow, you guys brought a whole bunch of folk here, didn't you?
Yeah. They're each going to bring something awesome to the table.
Excellent. Well, who's staying with me?
I don't know. What do you guys think? I will turn to the group.
The group that is outside and running in circles?
No, the newbie group.
The newbie group. They sort of look to each other, and they kind of scope out the room, the area real quick. Noth opens the door, and they sort of start looking around.
The inn with us, by the way, before you decide, is underneath that lake outside. So if anyone doesn't like water, take that into account.
Simone jumps at that. Did you say underwater?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it underwater? How?
Magic.
She sort of giggles at that, and Noth gives out a nod. You'll have to show me that. That sounds quite interesting.
You are gonna love it. It's amazing.
Indeed. And Shadow speaks up and says, well, I'm content with staying whatever you would like. This close room would suffice for me, as I will be able to exit in a timely manner. The inn is probably too nice and potentially too far away, in case something bad were to happen. We are here to defend, yes?
Yes.
Well, preferably I would like to stay here, if that is fine with everyone else.
Yes, that's a fair point.
I can tour the underwater people if they want to come.
Sure. Do you guys have any idea who you want to send down there?
But
Well-
Mini and
It's just Nathan has a meaning that wants it, right?
Yeah.
Or do
Probably.
the other ones? Or honestly, they can draw straws or something.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Jess seems very content, and she sort of nods at Kakashi and the other two that wish to stay in the inn. She says, I will stay where I'm needed. Here seems perfectly acceptable. And Satish kind of goes, yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm too quaint, if you will, staying underwater. I'm sure that works for everyone else, but little strange. I'm good with the above room and board. No offense, of course.
Well, we've got our 3 up here.
Okay. And they go to the venture as you show them their rooms, Kiara, and you can start discussing who goes away. Noth and Simine follow Mr. Kakashi as they start looking around, and they kind of pause and go, what's with all the foliage here?
The water has interesting properties here.
He starts to walk over to it, and the water immediately parts, making way for him to go down. What the? Interesting. Right.
That happens.
And then he heads in, and Simone, as she's walking by, is running her hand through the water and kind of giggling.
We should probably also tell them it's magical.
I mean, if he touches it, he'll know.
I mean, it's also pretty
Probably.
obvious when it just moves on its own out of the
Yeah.
way.
I mean, that's part of the inn magic, though, not the magical healing property.
It's fine.
They head in following Kakashi. Yes.
These two are some people we hired for the town. They'll be staying upstairs with in the other 2 rooms that are available.
He sort of looks around you and gives them a kind of a small, quick wave and a nod. And Hisimine waves very happily back at him, and Noth just sort of puffs his chest out and smiles very widely. Jolly looks back at you and says, interesting folk you have there.
Yeah, they're cool. I'm gonna show them their rooms.
Excellent. Well, be on your way. He goes to his other customers. Boop, boop. Yeah, these 2 rooms here.
We can actually follow the DM now.
I know, right? All right, they both follow Kakashi. All right, so which room is going to be ours? Well, we're not staying together, obviously. That'd be weird. Yes, I would need a room of my own, of course.
I mean,
Well, I guess the scroll's getting booted from its room, isn't it?
I mean, the scroll's been bunking with Doro, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You guys are done throwing it in the room and just closing the door? Poor Skull.
I'll throw it back in there the second that he's on my bed.
Again.
He'll try his
Wait a
hardest.
minute again.
I mean,
He hasn't done that to my bed yet.
Decide where they want to go.
Well, they're not sure which rooms are available, so they're.
Okay,
it
so-
kind of looks over and rattles the door on
2 rooms are
Kiara's
available.
room. What's in here? Secrets.
Nerd room.
Ooh,
Nerd.
So yeah, it's accurate.
I would actually love to see that later, if at all possible. She jiggles at this door and looks around and goes, "Oh, this one's open." And Nuff sort of looks at the door that you motioned to him and goes, "Ah, yes, this should definitely suffice."
Mm-hmm.
He looks about and goes, yes, yes. Heads out, says, "Sure, this is perfect." Just, I agree.
All right. This is my room over here. This is Doro's,
Doro.
and then this is Erd's.
Wonderful. We'll be sure to bother you if we need anything.
Oh yeah, feel free to bother me anytime.
Ah, especially the very, very late hours of the night when you're sleeping.
I don't
Oh,
sleep.
no.
Oh, ooh.
I wink at his immune.
She giggles at that.
Yeah, I mean, I can open my room door if they want to see it. Like, yeah, this is my room,
They kind of peek on in.
and I have like,
Behold my
I have, like,
stuff.
poisons and shit, and like kits and shit on my desk, and yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Do you make your own poisons?
I I open like, I don't know, like a flap of like a bag or something I have, and then show them like a shit ton of poisons in there.
Somebody like dives around Noth really quick and like looks in. Oh my god, that's amazing. You make all these yourself?
I make some of them with Suharto, and then
How many explode?
learn how to few of them actually.
She rubs her hands at that. Oh, that's excellent. I like you already.
I also have and then I'll show them my alchemist kit with like a fucking shit ton of other potions and shit that can blow up and possibly this like self-destruct.
They both nod approvingly at that. I can tell we'll get along.
Yeah, good thing you guys are my neighbors too.
Perfect. Well, we'll walk around town a bit, and we'll retire for the
we
night.
can,
But
we can rejoin. Yeah, we can rejoin the others. Yeet. Oop. Oop.
all right, everyone heads back to join everyone in the town proper. And by that point, with Kiara, Shadows has chosen this room, Satisha's chosen this room, and Jez has
Sweet.
chosen the farm.
That's the rooms I would have thought they would have chosen.
Perfect. And I will-
empty ass rooms.
I will furnish them to their liking. Later, of course. Throw Parth right here for now, so he's not really getting in the way.
I guess we
Alright.
should introduce Jolly to Satish as well.
For the
So she'll
time
be
being,
doing hunting.
everyone kind of just be like walking around, just looking at the town and such. They're chicky checking. And as you head back, Kakashi, Suharto, you notice he's doing his usual quote unquote helping, more so pointing and such. And he waves over to Kakashi. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have something for you.
Yes.
Follow me! As he runs very excitedly into the shop. And he's already at the back. And he's like digging
God, I
through
have
things.
to keep my walls.
He's digging through things. He pulls up 2 vials for you and places them in front and then on the table. These were what I was able to procure through the Wyvern. He's smiling widely.
All right, I examine what he gives me.
All right, he slides them towards you across the table. Of course, these are free. I kept what I needed. It's not necessarily enough for a full dose, but well, I do believe these 2 should suffice. He
Yeah.
points them over to you. I will add them to your inventory. Where are my items? Poisons. All right. He gives you 2 doses. There we go. Oh, all right. Oh god, what did I click on? There we go. 2 doses. No, sorry about 2 doses of Wyvern poison. Yeah, it's called Wyvern's Sting. I will add that to your inventory now. Boop. All right, similar to the other poisons, it does some cool shit. This one has a saving throw of 15, Constitution, of course. This one is quite potent. So you have 2 doses. If the creature fails, they take 6d6 poison damage.
It's very good.
Oh.
It is big nut compared to the others. And you have 2 doses of those.
And becoming paralyzed. Oh no, poisoned. Okay,
Poison,
I
yeah.
read that.
Yeah, so all the
Disadvantage
poisons.
on literally everything.
Yeah, so all the poisons obviously poison, and that one does an extra 66 damage, just straight up. Now these should be quite potent, so be careful with them. Or, don't, and just sink them deeply into your opponents. Whatever. Don't let me tell you what to do.
Hey, you know I am.
Trips and falls, breaks the vials.
Lands
Nope,
face
that's
first.
Kiara, not me.
Oh.
Poor Kiara.
But yes, these should be quite potent. I'm going to do a little bit of research on the cast off, if you will. See if I can potentially do something else with it. It might not be damaging in any way, but well, we might be able to find something, of course.
Okay.
I'm always looking. If you have any advice, come across anything, please just let me know.
Well, I am studying, so if
Perfect,
I find
perfect.
anything out, I will tell you.
Well, seems we'll be sharing notes in the near future.
Yeah.
Right, and unfortunately with that's all I have for you, but if I do have anything else, I will be sure to let you know.
All right.
Yeah, sort of nods, and you notice he stays behind. He's just sort of adjusting things and not going back outside.
All right.
All right, Shadows sort of begins to help without really asking, kind of just hops in and starts grabbing boxes and such and helping dancing, put them in. Jez does the same.
Did we have time to do anything on the while we were on the ride back, by the way?
Technically, yeah. Did you want to do anything in particular?
I mean, read the book, I guess. The other book. The room book.
Read a book.
Yes.
Yes. We'll say in general, the night prior and during the ride, of course, you were able to take in a fair bit of knowledge. Like I mentioned, most of the knowledge from this book is pretty much what I said before. Both practical in terms of combat, defensive, and also simple things such as just lighting items up. You believe that it actually would be potentially possible with a potential, a decent source of magic, that you wouldn't need torches and such anymore. You could, if utilized properly, inscribe runes onto something, and that could produce light. So that's something fun. Also, potentially, you could infuse magic or other things into maybe the defensive properties that Kiara found, and maybe use those in conjunction to help fortify the town.
Very useful. I will relay that, I guess.
Yeah, so things of that nature, basically.
I guess I'll go make a downtime day kind of thing for testing runes. See if I can get it working.
Sure. What's everyone else doing?
I'll just be studying my books. I want to actually go in my room and test out some of the starter recipes and whatever is in the book. For
Okay.
like potion brewing and stuff.
So the way we'll test potions is in the long run, successful crafts will basically just make a potion for half the price effectively. But of course we'll need to, as per usual, fail until we can succeed. So what is the general cost to make, we'll say the general cost for each potion is just half whatever its price is. So the standard potion, they should be priced appropriately now. So the standard potion's 50. So basically every attempt at a potion will just be like 25 gold if you succeed or not. If you get it or don't get it, and after a while you'll just basically always succeed as long as you have the ingredients, of course.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Well, I want to try making some potions.
Sure. What you have on you currently, we probably won't count the alchemist supplies. Those are 10 gold each, right? I believe.
Those are for my other thingy.
That's for your other thing. Right. let me adjust that.
That's for my
And-
alchemy thing.
Yeah, let me adjust that so it's accurate because they are 10 gold a pop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me adjust that real quick for you so that makes 100% sense. Okay, cool. Okay, and then before we go too far on that, Doro and Kiara, are you guys doing anything in particular throughout the day?
I'm gonna go find Noth.
What should I set my completion target as?
We'll tinker with that. Are you looking at runes in particular?
Basically, I made one for like testing and creating new runes
Mm-hmm.
with
Under
my
the
mason
downtime.
tools. Yeah, makes
We'll
sense to
keep.
use mason tools.
Yeah,
sure.
we'll keep it. God, is my dark mode making it hard to see? I think it is. The
default is 300. I'm not sure what that means then.
probably 300 success. Ooh, is the DC
That's a
somewhere in
lot
there?
of successes. That's,
Yeah,
I'll just
I-
roll it once, see what happens.
Yeah, just roll and see what happens.
Oh, it
Weird.
adds the roll. Nice.
Oh, that's the roll. That's weird. Oh,
So
that's
basically, 300 means I need to roll a total of 300.
odd. Huh? That's odd.
No, makes sense actually. It's a good system. I
Yeah.
also totally crit
interesting.
that roll actually.
You
which is
crit the
nice.
shit out of that roll. My God. Okay. We'll tinker that with now. For now, I might lower the 300. That's a little high, but I do like the idea of that. Of basically each time we have downtime or a day where you're able to devote time to it, of course, you can tinker with that. Kakashi, I'll have you just do one intelligence check. We're looking for a 15. Well, let's see. So, since you're new to it, it'll be like I'm thinking maybe like 16. Okay. So we'll say with that, you spent most of the day attempting to craft a potion, going through books and such. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get something sufficient. You sort of almost just wasted all the ingredients, but you are closer. So basically the way this will work is you'll keep doing this. You'll keep crafting and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The more you craft, I'll just keep lowering the DC to the point where we just don't have a DC anymore. And when you craft, you just have potion.
Yeah,
So
fair
I'll start it relatively high and it'll just go down, 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 down with every attempt. So AKA you throw money at it and eventually it's just free. So go ahead and just, for now, subtract 25 gold. And then in the future, when you keep practicing this, of course, you'll just potions. And then Kiara, you said you wanted to meet with Noth and discuss what?
I want to start translating the book, and I also want to ask him to teach me.
Okay.
UNT.
And Dora, what do you want to do?
I'd just probably keep helping Dancing Lance set up all the new stuff in the shop.
Okay. Anything in particular you wanted to work on personally?
I think I have anything.
Okay.
No.
Sure. Yeah, if you think of anything in the future, you are more than welcome. We can go over that. I also have basically what I gave the Wednesday team. I'm also going to give to you guys. I'll mention it now because this is downtime. Basically, all of you get one free proficiency in any stat that logically makes sense for what you are currently working towards. So Kakashi, since obviously you're rolling a lot of int and such, that would, of course, make sense. And et cetera, for whatever stat you guys want. And that should add +3 to whatever you're rolling, so you don't roll quite so low. So for basically choose a proficiency, I believe you guys can do it. So I can do it, you can do it. Just let me know if you already have. When you've made your decision, let me know. But you guys each get one free proficiency for the day. So you have basically all day to think about it.
I don't think I can give myself proficiency with intelligence, can I?
You should be able to. I can't.
Proficiency
is that
with
for saving?
intelligence?
It's for saving throws only.
Wait, what?
It's for saving throws. Oh wait, your saving throws +3, +2. Shit.
Checks.
Interesting. What if you took
I think
proficiency
you can
off?
give yourself proficiency with tools.
Oh, the proficiency is only added to your saving throw.
You should be using tools actually. You should be using your alchemy kit.
That's weird.
You can get proficiency with that.
Well, what skill check would I be doing for potion checks? You just tell me that, and I'll put it there.
I mean, it should be in alchemy, which is your intelligence plus your proficiency, which if you have proficiency, and then plus 1 maybe. I don't know.
It basically should be the alchemist supplies, yeah, which is intelligence.
No, it's a 1d20 plus your intelligence modifier plus proficiency.
Yeah, currently plus nothing, but if you want, God, that's a shame we can't add plus just intelligence checks. That's a shame. Oh well. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because it would.
You can, I think.
You
Pretty sure.
can, but it would leak. So he's proficient in intelligence saves, which is kind of useful for one creature currently. So that's unfortunate, but regardless. I think with this system, if you add proficiency to intelligence, it'll add it to every intelligence check, which would be broken.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we don't want that.
You can make a custom tool basically.
Yeah. So we'll say this. For you specifically, you will naturally become proficient with the alchemist supplies, and currently you're not. So basically, if you were to roll alchemist supplies, you just do that. Use alchemist supplies. Okay, come on. There you go. So basically, we just do that for now. Which is what you have been rolling. So whenever you check potions in the future, we'll just roll alchemist supplies as that, and then eventually you'll become proficient in it. We'll just add 3 through that, but that'll be free. With this, go ahead and choose one of your current skills like acrobatics,
You can
arcana.
also let him
Well,
use
I
the
also
multi-tool
want to
from
do it with
Kiara.
brewers. I also want brewers supplies. So I'm practicing with both of them.
You want which one is all brewer?
Yeah, I have brewer supplies. I
Okay.
bought one, so I'm practicing with that currently.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty much the way I'm tinkering with supplies and kits and such is the more you guys use them like canonically in the world, I will eventually just say you're now proficient with this. But that will be like personal character progression that will be quote unquote free on top of what we're already doing. So with this one, choose a skill and then just tell me what you want proficiency in, basically. And
Even more proficiency.
no double. So you can't.
I already have double in all my proficiency. It's fine.
Yeah, so basically, you can't go extra on perception. It would be the nature or something, or medicine, or whatever you want. So whatever makes sense to your character. You can decide right now or by the end of the session. Up to you.
Nature or survival? Which one would make more sense, Hub?
For you,
Yeah.
realistically, either. For her,
Desert survival.
if you want
Actually-
more, if you want the better one for you, would be survival.
We'll do survival then.
Okay, because your survival's kind of low. Yeah.
All right, I have proficiency in acrobatics now.
I'm
Doro,
assuming I would be able to find books on the general area, like the desert and
yes.
stuff. I want to actually spend all day reading up on that.
Okay.
Just to know more stuff about the area.
Also, this is somewhat hard for Bard, isn't it? Because you're half proficient in basically everything, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
You get full proficiency.
I was probably gonna do nature.
Yeah, basically just turn that. Can you turn this to a full proficiency by clicking it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do that then.
Oh no, that did expertise.
That's expertise. Yeah, I don't know how to.
I have to right click it.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
And then which one do you want to it?
Not sure actually.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, like I said, you have all day to think about it.
I'll take. Yeah. Like all the important ones I already have in proficiency in. So.
Yeah, this is basically for like.
Yeah, and I also have to take into account with my runes. I get proficiency in certain stats.
Sure. Yeah. So.
Like Arcana, I'm going to get proficiency in Arcana.
Yeah. So definitely look into that to double check you're not double dipping too hard unless you want to. Then of course just be really good at rolling that. So totally up to you. But while you're checking that out, Kiara, you go up to Noth, and he's sort of looking around the town, and he seems very much interested in this particular shrubbery, but he's sort of looking around in general as you approach him.
Hi, Noth.
Hello there. Kiara, yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. What can I do for you?
If you want to take the day off today, that's perfectly great. But after that, when we have some free time, I'd like to go over these books and have you translate them for me.
Yes, I can attempt to do that. It will be slightly difficult. I did mention, I think, the dialect is a bit old, but, well, just because it's different doesn't mean we can't do it.
Well, and I'd also like to help. So in our extra spare time, if you wouldn't mind teaching me Yuan-Ti, I'm prepared to pay you a little extra.
Oh, well, I'm not opposed to making extra cash on the side. Sure. Do you have any, I don't know, knowledge on how to speak Yuan-Ti? It can be quite, well, are you looking to speak or just read it?
Read first and foremost, but if speaking comes along the way, that'd be nice too.
All right, yes, well, I believe we can put that together. Do you have any prior knowledge of the language at all?
I must have grown up hearing it a lot, right, Hub?
To a degree, yes. Most of the UNT that have moved to major towns choose not to speak it. A lot of the camps and such that live off on their own obviously will still speak their native tongue, But for the most part, a lot of people just speak common just for ease of access because, usual reasons.
So no, I haven't.
Very little, yeah. Sometimes they'll speak to each other in public, but for the most part, it's like, yeah. Stranger in a strange land, basically. It's like, just stick to the language everyone else is speaking because it's easier.
Yeah. I tell him no.
All right, well, you seem like a smart girl. It shouldn't be too difficult.
Yes. I do love learning new things.
Excellent. He puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of gives you a playful happy tap. Always good to hear. And of course, if anything you can teach me, I'm more than willing to learn.
I'm an artificer? I'm sure there's probably something I could teach you.
Anything regarding large explosions, I'm quite interested.
Oh yes, I can do that.
Rubs his hands together. Perfect.
You can teach him about the magical pond behind you.
Yeah. I will have Casey burp a little fire into the air above us.
He nods approvingly at that. And I assume you created this little beast.
Yes, and the flame is usually way more fierce. I'm just being nice because I don't want to burn the houses down.
Yeah, of course. What should I call it?
This is called Casey.
Hello, Casey. How are you today? Oh, it doesn't speak, does it?
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
Wonderful. He, is it scuttling around on the ground?
It's looking up at him, yes.
Okay, he leans down to kind of give it a little pat. Hello there, little one. You are quite robust. I like you.
It nuzzles his hand and does the little dragon purr.
Excellent. Dragon purrs, top tier. He raises himself, backs up, and sort of cranes his neck. Besides this information we will be gaining from these books, I will tell you one thing. I believe I mentioned my goal is to cast the biggest spell I can possibly muster. You can assist me with that. I'm willing to help you with anything.
I would love to see that, so yes, I will assist you with that.
Ha! Excellent. Well. Sort of motions around him. Should we meet in a room, or I assume we're not doing this out here. It's a bit, outside.
We can go to our rooms.
Perfect. Question though, as he turns and sort of points to the water here. What's all this?
This water, I'm not entirely sure where it comes from yet, but it travels along the ley line, so it's magical.
He sort of nods slowly at that. Was it always here?
No, it was brought here.
He leans over the fence and sort of puts his finger in the water and rubs it between two fingertips, and
it has healing properties.
He gives it a lick, and he's like, kind of flickering his tongue. Yes, I can definitely taste something in there. He's pondering to himself. When you say it was brought here, what do you mean by it?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how it works. The mayor cast some sort of spell, and he just redirected it here. It wasn't done very well, so I think it's losing magic along the way, which is why we need help protecting the village.
He ponders that. This is not normally something anyone's able to do. Interesting. I've not heard of anyone redirecting ley lines before. That could be potentially hazardous, depending on where he pulled it from.
Yeah, we're also trying to figure out how to fix that.
Of course. How quickly are things growing? Is it been like this for a while? Yes, it has.
What?
Yes, it has. It hasn't changed too much since you guys left.
I thought it had.
When you guys left and came back. Yeah. So since you arrived, it's changed a bit. But since you guys left just now and came back, it's not too different.
Well, how much has it grown? How long have we been here?
About a week or so. Probably 2.
It hasn't changed today, if that's what you mean. But
any rapid growth, yes.
We've been here maybe 2 weeks, and it was half this when we arrived. So I'd say it's growing fairly fast.
At a steady pace, I assume, yes?
As far as I can tell, I don't know if 2 weeks is a fair judge.
Nods at that. Quite true, quite true. It's a very fair assessment. Well, I'd say this is worth looking into and potentially tracking it back to the source, of course.
Yes. If we can do that, that would help us fix this problem, I would hope.
He sort of looks around a bit. How much do you know about our people?
Only what Suharto's told us, which is bare bones.
Fair enough. Well, I don't want to alarm you, but there is a... don't want to call it a rumor. Story. We'll call it a story. That the great Yuan-Ti from the past were able to, let's say, fend off a great creature using magic and such. It is quite a potent accomplishment by the Recall clan, and, well, other clans assisted with this turning of this great beast, and it has yet to bother us since. He sort of thinks to himself, once again, no mean to alarm you, but there's a slight possibility this has something to do with that. We can look into it, of course, later, but...
Didn't someone tell us that already?
Yes.
Yes.
Who told us that again?
I did!
Who,
Your scroll.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Don't
That does
tell
sound
her about the
familiar. I think I heard that somewhere.
Well, most interesting. Like I mentioned, don't worry your head too much about it, but something worth looking into. If you, well, I guess question, have you visited or attempted to, I guess, speak with is out of the question, isn't it? Never mind, dumb question. You definitely have not spoken with any any local Yuan-Ti.
Well, there was this snake one.
Oh.
We were wandering the desert looking for a missing party of adventurers, and we met him. I don't remember his name.
Did he give us his name?
I don't remember.
He did. It doesn't matter too much, though. That's fair, that's fair. Well, we can look into this later, of course. Now that you have me, and I will say I'm quite interested in this predicament, we can put a tack in it and look later, yes?
Yes, my tails are wagging. I'm so happy you're here.
And he
You have
smiles
no
very widely at
idea.
that. I'm happy you invited me. This sounds more interesting than I was initially anticipating.
Oh, this area is great. It gets more complicated as we go.
Perfect. Well, depressing potential horrible death stories aside, allow us to depart to our room and discuss the intricacies of the Yuan-Ti language.
Yes, let's go. Oh my god.
Alrighty, he heads over. We don't have to necessarily go there because that's a couple screen hoppings, but
Where's me?
yeah. So we can say you guys spend the rest of the day after having this discussion in your room or Nath's room.
How about my room so I can show him my little tinker stuff?
Sure. And on that note, he seems very impressed at the way your room is set up. It's maybe a little messy because you guys are very, you're here, then you're there, you're here, then you're there. But it's understandable. He gets it.
The rooms of geniuses are messy.
Exactly. And he can totally feel that. So he ain't judging you. He's more impressed with your collection of things and the way you have all your notes organized, we'll say. And things of that nature, basically. And as you guys are sort of finishing nerding out over all the things that Kiara has collected, he...
Plus 2 in friendship?
Yes, exactly. Plus 2 to friendship with Noth. He begins to start to teach you the basics of Yuan-Ti. He's not really sure where to start. He's not really taught anyone before, so his teaching isn't perfect, but you're able to grasp little things here and there. Go ahead and just roll me 3 intelligence checks for various things. Some of these will encompass the books you guys are reading.
Back.
Welcome back.
Shit.
Are you ready for 3 net ones?
There's 2.
Indeed, too. 17, 16,
One more.
and cool.
That's a 17 and a 6.
6. Exactly. That's what I said, right?
totally.
Well, +4. So yeah, 10 and 21. Okay. Cool. All right. With that, through the books, he'll need to spend some time with that.
I mean, especially if it's a weird dialect. Yeah, I get it.
Let me just roll. He doesn't currently have stats. Let me actually roll for him. Okay, excellent. Hey, cool. I rolled a 2, then I rolled a 20. That's how it goes. Alrighty. With that, he sort of goes through and goes, yep. Okay, cool. He's able to give you some information. One of the you can now bring this information to Tranquil Needle. One of these were the defensive properties that you guys can basically equip the town with. Effectively, what you can do is this shouldn't take too much effort. You have better measurements and such, and materials that would be required. If you want to look over at this building here where Satish and Hisimine are, I'll just kind of point out the corner, basically the corner of every single building. So all of these, if you guys were to place a specific metal rod, basically either within the wall or under the wall, regardless, just around the buildings, and potentially with the help of Urit, if you were to use some form of runic magic, you would be able to basically create small vibrations or little stopgaps for underground creatures while they're kind of zooming around, scooting, booting. If you guys were to put these near the buildings and also near the outskirts of town, this would dissuade them. They might see it as a flat wall, and it would dissuade them from coming to the town.
Oh, anti-graboid stuff.
Precisely.
Before it attracts even bigger monsters.
I know, right?
Or, yeah, that too.
And they all die.
That should assist with underground creatures and such. And other than that, you learn a little bit of the UNT language. This isn't necessarily hard for you to grasp. He's also trying to learn how to teach you. So
Yeah. I had a feeling he hadn't taught anyone before.
yeah, so we're all taking baby steps here, but you do learn a little bit. I'll tinker with your character sheet and give you some downtime. If you want to go ahead and add it yourself, just type in UNT language, and then we'll determine what the max roll for that should be eventually.
Where do you want me to type it?
Open up your character sheet, and then downtime, very right, and just add, and then add UNT language. Gotta click it. There you go. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca but in UNT? ¿Cómo estás el baño? Does that work?
6%, baby.
Cool ass beans, yo.
Did you say how is the bathroom?
You bet your ass I did.
All right.
This is fine.
It's a good question.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how is the bathroom?
It's honestly a very good question. Sometimes you want to know how the bathroom is.
It needs to be cleaned more.
Maybe
Like,
not emotionally, but
imagine
like
if it's like one of those highway bathrooms.
yeah, I don't know how those bathrooms are.
Yeah.
Is there a body in there?
Probably.
It's all clean until you look up.
Oh god.
Hopefully, it's not a body in the ceiling or anything else. There's a people.
The bottom
Someone
is
waves at you.
infested by a giant spider or something.
Oh god, no. I'm good. Thanks though. Alrighty. Karth doesn't see any of your learnedness because he is currently with Doro. And Doro, you're also checking out the wilderness and such. Mr. Changeling.
Wait, what?
You were checking out wilderness, like local books and such.
Yeah.
Oh, how much do I pay Noth?
For now, don't worry about it. He was just excited to teach you.
Okay.
He's learning and you're learning. In the meantime, because you showed him all your nerd shit, he took that as quote unquote payment.
Oh.
Yes.
He's willing
Just
to
wait until his
negotiate.
next payment.
More nerd shit.
No, you're gonna have to pay au naturel.
May I touch Fluffy Tail?
Sure, I have 9.
Ooh,
Oh god.
you have quite a bit to bargain with.
Gotta use my womanly wiles somehow.
Exactly. I mean that is what Kitsune do. So
Exactly.
that is how the Kitsune do. Alrighty. Well, the lizard and the time you guys were doing that is pretty much completely unpacked. They have received their assistance. Everyone is happy there. The store is better stocked with both just random products, a few magical items. If you need some basic stuff, of course, like I mentioned, potions and such should be very easy for you guys to get. Anything else smaller, if he has any focuses and such, he might also have some of those. Once again, just ask and we'll tinker it.
Focuses. I can't use those.
Focuses. Yeah, so we're all gravy there. As I mentioned, Suharto does have the random potions from the plants you guys got him. He has the Bless Potion, the Aid Potion, Petrification, and Poison Protection Potion, and he has another Haste Potion. Let's see. Finish that. It also was, so you did spend the day tinkering with the runes and ley lines and such, Urit.
Yes.
But in general, if you wish...
Yeah, I also wanted to like make some copies of the maps I made to share with the new people.
Okay.
So they get a quick lay of the land, basically.
And then real quick, Dora, that did work, right?
Notes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just double checking. I don't have to like eat your gold and not give you anything.
Yeah, I'm also basically gonna put some notes on the map for like wyvern spotted here, and we found boar here, and this is a temple we went to, and stuff like that.
Perfect. Okay.
Basic shit, basically.
Excellent. Yeah, with that, you can easily tell any of the folks that you helped, hired, sorry. You can basically direct them exactly where they would need to go in order to pick up more food, if that would need to be the case. Also, when you choose to do this, you were given the general hint that the axe could be restructured into a maul technically, but you would need to basically talk with the spirit inside to do so.
Yes.
Then
I'll do that now then.
technically you could have a chit chat with him overnight, but that is entirely up to you. Like while you're sleeping, I don't know if you want to dip into that well, but
Sleepy sleep.
I'll sleep with it on my pillow.
just spoon the great axe.
Yeah.
You'll be the best of friends.
Get in touch with my inner self. Wait, what?
Exactly. All right, I believe that's it for all that stuff there. I forgot anything. Cool, that should be everything. All right, cool. We'll say we've rolled over to the next day, unless there's anything anyone wanted to do extra.
Isn't he splitting the great axe?
I mean,
Yeah. Yes.
that's between him and his great axe.
We'll never know.
I don't
I
tell you
thought
that.
he was gonna try to convert it.
I'm probably
Like
gonna have to
overnight.
I'm gonna have to fight it for that though, probably.
Technically, yes. But basically, it's effectively a battle of the mind. You only know that because Karth told you, and once again, you would need to discuss something with it. Like I mentioned before, last time you used the weapon, it stirred a bit, almost as if it were, we'll say, sleeping, whether it be due to battle or something else. Post-defeat, it was probably sleeping, but it is mostly
Isn't he-
awake now.
Isn't he trying to do that right now, though?
We are not sleeping at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Do you wish to try doing that overnight, or it?
Sure. I'll sleep
Okay.
with my axe.
Yeah.
Okay, you sleep with the axe. Are you saying anything to it or channeling anything into it, or are you just cuddling up next to it?
Well, I guess I'll say before I go to sleep, it's time the two of us talk, and then sleep.
As you do that and fall into darkness, you do feel it stir. And in the same vision that you were given with Karth, it feels more faint, as if he hasn't regained all of his power just yet, but he is able to show himself. His token is currently MIA, so I'll nab it later, but...
It's in character, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. He
hasn't
reveals
created band yet.
himself just slightly, sort of an outline of what he looked like, and sort of floats in front of you. I can drag. And you see in front of you Drak Eltesh, and he's standing in front of you holding his weapon, two-handed great axe. As he looks you in the eyes, a bit confused. His entirety is both phasing in and out of existence, but you can still tell he's there.
What's happened?
You mean after we beat your... What do you mean after we... What do you mean after we beat your boss?
He tilts his head at that, and sort of you can see him narrow his eyes, and he starts to reconstitute himself a little more.
Defeated? You?
Yes, with a little help, of course. You see, as it turns out, this little trick you guys did with the soul, I think you messed it up. You aren't as incorporeal as you think. It was actually quite easy to take you down.
It's hard to read his face. He both seems close and far at the same time. You think that part of this is precisely what you said. The soul binding of this weapon wasn't as solid as it probably should have been. And it's reflected now in the way he's able to show himself to you.
I can even see it now. You're not even completely here, are you?
I will admit I feel myself fading from this world. But your group was able to defeat Ulna.
That we did, yes.
You can tell he thinks to himself for a moment here. You can actually almost see what he's thinking. Visions of your teammates are flashing as he's remembering your guys' battle. And you see him dashing about, striking at you. He's basically remembering the battle, remembering how he went down.
That's a neat trick. I'm gonna try the same thing, actually. I'm gonna think about our battle with his boss, with Ulna.
Your vision is much more clear. It actually completely overshadows his. And he seems a bit shocked at this, and he steps back and he watches the fight, but he's not frustrated. He isn't angry. He's... happy is the wrong word, but you can feel some respect as he's watching this fight between you and his prior, now deceased, leader. He sort of nods at that, and then he looks at you and says,
Thank you for preserving his memory. I see great respect and honor in you.
Your boss was quite the fight indeed. Well deserving of his title.
Thank you.
Of course, I hope to be an even greater man in the future. I've still got a long time to go and a lot of fights to fight.
This is true, the fight is endless. Battle is never ceasing.
Yes. That brings us to, this little discussion, I guess.
Go on.
I'm sure you don't want to phase from this world.
he doesn't need to say anything. You can very much tell the answer to that is no, he does not.
Well, I'm not sure, but on my journey, I might be able to come across a way to preserve your soul better in this weapon.
I would appreciate that, but what would you stand to gain?
Well, you are a fine weapon, after all. There is, of course, one slight little problem.
Go on.
As you care greatly for your family, do you not?
Aye.
Or, what's his clan called again? Fuck.
Iltash.
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 Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
Your name. Shit, what was it?
You care great for your Iltash family, do you not?
Yeah, that's his name there. He nods to that.
Yeah.
He nods an affirmation.
Okay. Well, as do I care for my family. And the thing is, my family is a family of masons. That is not to say we are weak. It means we fight with hammers.
We
fight with one of these and I'll hold up my maul.
He gets a bit closer, looks to you, looks to the weapon, and then looks down at the weapon he's holding.
I thought I felt a form of repulsion's the wrong word, but apprehension.
It is a matter of, what's the word? Tradition, I guess.
He nods at that as if
a stonebreaker is not a
understands.
stonebreaker if he cannot break stone, can he?
He nods as if he understands.
Is there anything you can do about that? As you are your weapon of after all.
If you can prove yourself to me, then Yes, I will allow myself to be reforged. But, as you mentioned before, my link to this world is, well, fating, as you mentioned. That would not need to be fixed immediately, but...
The sooner the better.
Correct. If you can prove your strength to me, I would be willing to work with you.
That would be most useful.
So you get the feeling that had you attempted to either reforge or do something with this weapon prior to his okay, it might have done something ill to both you and the weapon. But now you get the feeling that you're inside his headspace and inside dream realm something. You're not entirely sure where you are. You feel more comfortable here now. Something felt alien and almost oppressive, like it was pushing you out. But you've been able to pretty much convince him that you're on his side, is a weird way of putting it, but you guys see things the same. You didn't just defeat him and say basically like, eat shit, I'm taking your weapon. He feels a form of respect, but like a warrior's respect between you. So he understands where you're coming from. And
he would probably see my history basically. As
yes, and he can feel your intent. Ill intent would not bother him, of course, but more so ill intent toward he and his kind, and he does not feel that. So he's willing to work with you if you can best him in combat and prove that you are better than he and his prior master. It should be fairly easy to reforge the weapon with his approval. In fact, he'll probably help in a way.
Is that basically something I can do now, or yeah? Basically, is it something I'm gonna have to prepare for?
The fight with him, you'd probably want to prepare for. Yes, it wouldn't be too insane, but in general, as I mentioned before, it would probably be a one-on-one fight unless you wish to bring in a friend. You'd have to convince him that and so far you've won his graces. Basically convince him like, hey, me and my friend wish to do battle with you, but I am leading the charge, and you can bring your friend, etc., etc.
Yeah. It's a mind battle.
Basically, yeah. But you get sucked into the mind realm of this guy and do battle. Upon victory, he would basically kneel to you. He would probably take your name, seeing that he is now part of your clan, and the weapon would bend to your will. You would be able to reforge it, etc., etc. And then meta, I guess, how these weapons work. If you can bend them to your will, you can have their power. So basically whatever the weapon does, it'll just give you stuff. And depending on how you want to have the weapon function, it'll give you more and more. The more you use it, the more it'll give you. And it will be close to his style. So he was pretty aggressive. He was quite mobile, and he had the anti-magic field. So pretty much, if you're able to conquer this thing, you too can access the field.
Yeah. In that case, I'll ask him, this fight you want, is it something you're able to do right now? Because I'll look around. You don't seem to be doing very well at the moment. I would want it to be a fair fight,
With you mentioning that, he smiles wider, showing all of his teeth.
Quite astute you are. Yes, indeed. I am not currently myself. I would need some time. But once I am ready, yes, I would be ready to have you prove yourself to me and my people.
Well then, that's a deal, I guess.
You're quite the wise one. Not all would notice or even have the gall to say what you say, wanting a fair fight with a being such as myself.
What is the point in ruling over weaklings after all?
Precisely. You cannot prove your power unless those that stand under your heel are also strong.
It's a good thing to have understanding.
He nods again at that.
Is there any way I can assist with your, getting better?
Someone that knows our
Do
kind.
you hunger for blood?
Not necessarily.
I've
I
met
don't-
one of those recently, at least.
I do not require sustenance in that sense, but one of my kind would most likely be able to assist in the process.
I'll nod at that. Well then, I might know just the person.
Excellent. I will be here when you need me.
Right. And then I go back to sleep, dreaming about runes.
All right.
At Stone
He-
Sheep.
he fades away, and you see beautiful, beautiful, perfectly polished stones and rocks, and just wonderful, this masonry tools and perfectly etched runes and such. They glow in just the best way. It is a good sleeper. It.
Perfect.
Right. And the next day, we all wake, being all the wiser and such. Obviously, technically in the tavern, but you guys may go where you wish.
Oh, what's our next plan? What do we want to do?
I mean, I guess we'll have to figure out a task for all of these new people.
Oh, just general town defense.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they
That-
kind of
that as well.
understand that already.
Since you guys effectively have reign over all the new folk you've hired, you may individually give them orders and say, you do this, do that. You guys can tap them for knowledge, basically whatever you want to do. Kiara's grabbing a drink. Quick, so.
I guess we get Satish and Jolly to meet. Haha.
Ha 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 ha.
Hey,
Basically say that well, she's a good hunter, so she can probably get a job for him every once in a while. And
do
other
you-
than that, scouting.
Sure. Do you guys wish to kind of go over with each NPC and do that, or do you want to just kind of dole out the orders real quick? Up to you, of course. I will say, in terms of gathering information that might be, thank you, babe. Gathering information that might be useful to you guys, you can of course ask each individual NPC and such if they've seen or heard or done blah 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 blah. Same with you tapping Noth for UNT knowledge.
Also, I think we could probably ask Kozue to lead them around a bit because she's more familiar with the town.
Sure, yeah. You guys tell
Probably.
Kozue to basically show everyone the town, and when everyone wakes up, let me go ahead and, as we know what his name is.
She can act as their impromptu leader, basically.
Yeah. All right. So you guys tell Kozue, and she appreciates that. That she can actually sort of head everyone about. I'll shorten Shadow's name so he's not taking up 3 freaking bars anymore. You guys all know what his name is. Yes. Your mic is not working.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes.
Is Kozue in charge of everyone who will be basically staying back and protecting the town when they're not out on missions?
Honestly, that's what I assumed, yeah.
Yeah, effectively. So pretty much whatever you guys say goes. If you don't tell them anything, Kozue will kind of... So she's... The general mood you got from her is she's not really much of a leader type. She was just with a group. They all died. She was left behind. So leaving her in charge of 5 people is acceptable, but she might not be up to the task. But if you give everyone like, hey, I want you doing this, I want you preparing this, and then tell her just to kind of make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to do, et cetera, you should be fine.
Well, I know for Satish, I'm gonna want to have her go scouting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to bring Kozue off to the side, like I don't know, during breakfast or something. And I basically just want to tell her we don't need to RP it. I just want to tell her that to keep an eye on Shadows.
Okay.
Because I am concerned that he'll go a little too far in protecting everyone.
Okay. All right, Kozue tells you... Kozue. She tells you that she will definitely keep an eye out on him in case he is, as you mentioned, willing to go a bit too far to defend the town. She'll ensure that he does not do that.
And also he's me because she's weird.
And also her...
Yeah, and Hisimine because I'm afraid she might
blow something up.
Accidentally
Yes.
blow up the water.
she's just a little weird.
She somehow lit the water on fire?
she might go a little too far to kill something. How's that?
Okay. Kozue understands. Anything else you want to tell her?
No, that was it.
All right. She has taken orders. She understands. Urit, you mentioned how Satish would have a quick chit chat with with Mr. Jolly Beast, and she can help with scouting and such, finding more food. Currently, he does not need her to do that, as you guys brought back a heaping helping of food, quite a bit. But she now knows that in case in the future, if she is needed, she can go out, bring things back. Of course, if she finds anything cool and rare, she'll bring that back too, and we can sell it for extra gold.
Oh, and then I guess I want Satish to find the thing I gave Doro.
All right.
The thing?
You know what? I'll just mark it on the
Oh,
map, the general location of the ring.
The sound recorder thing that's just making
Sure.
boring noises.
I'll put
Yes.
looking for Doro's ring,
Looking for a ring that oinks.
making boar noises.
A boring ring.
Yes, exactly. Look for the boring
They're
ring.
pretty good boar noises.
All
I
right.
had a good performance check on that.
You did actually.
Yeah, so if you hear boar noises but don't actually see a boar, it's probably the ring.
All right. She is now looking for that. And then the other four, what do you want them to do?
Well, I guess.
They can just guard town, honestly, for now.
Are
Yeah.
one of these
so,
hunter?
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Satish. She's going scouting.
Yeah.
I actually
Yes.
want to see. The one of them is scouting. I actually want to go with them in order to collect extra alchemist supplies and poison, like potential.
Honestly, you could probably ask her because she's a hunter.
Well, I
herself,
want
so
to
would you?
go with her because I want Kakashi to be able to learn as well.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we can. I don't have to literally go with her. I could just say RP wise, I go
Yeah.
with her.
IRP walk with her.
Yeah. Yeah. But basically, you can say when there is a downtime. So like for
Yeah.
example, when you guys want to do stuff, realistically, this day, y'all can say we just do more downtime activities. You're more welcome to do that, of course. I have stuff running in the background, but depending on where you guys choose to go, you guys will receive more, less information, etc., etc. Things are still ticking in the background as we are moving forward. So we can say if there's another downtime, Kakashi can say for the day, Satish, there's not much to do here. Let's both head out and go look for some cool shit, basically. And you guys can definitely do that without having to RP, of course. We can just give you the points for that. And if you guys want something specific of the other four, we can do that, or they can just say defending the town. Up to you.
I can't remember. Did I tell Nath about the axe I got last time? I think I
No.
showed it. I'm not
I
sure.
think you mentioned it.
Well,
I think you mentioned it, but didn't really go into detail.
I do want to ask him if he knows anything about preserving souls in this, basically.
Sure. Okay. He does, so we'll RP that in but a moment. Let's see. Searching the Iltesh books. He's teaching Kiara UNT, and he's looking over the books he's currently working on. Did you guys want somebody to do anything in particular? I guess we can go down the line if that's easier.
Don't blow up the town.
All right. Notes. Don't blow. I can spell up. Don't blow up the town. Yes, sir, Captain. And Mr. Shadows?
I don't think we have anything specific for him.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
I'm-
just defends the
Anyone
town.
else really?
I
Yeah.
think for
That's
these-
literally his thing. He defends the town.
Yeah, I think for these three, for now, I just want them to get familiar with the town.
Pretty much.
So they're all locals to a degree.
But not to this town, right?
Not no one's to this town, no. But they're locals obviously to the area. So not everyone is as prominent at tracking and such as Satish should be, but Shadows and Jez would be relatively good at like going out and obviously getting things. Not the best, but they are good at it. Let me say, Shadows is actually from Sakai. Jez is from a place called Miral, which let's see, they are Miral was a small and prosperous village. They normally keep themselves. So probably similar to Sakai, but not on the same scale. Simone didn't say where she was from. Noth was from Shun Hill. And Satish is from... that lag when I click between things is great. Bada is... that's a town that's near the sea. And it's a home to, surprise, surprise, hunters and fisher folk. The fish folk. not literal fish folk. But yes.
Why
Or is
not?
she a fish? Who knows?
I want to see some fish people.
Fish
Or-
people.
There are fish people. Fish people.
There's like 2 of them, right? 3?
There's 2 or 3 different
Depends on
ones,
how
yeah.
you define fish people. Yeah.
There's like people that have like fins, and then there's actual like fish people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure at least one of the races is actual fish people. So
Yeah, there are literal like they basically like take a fish, cut its legs off, and then its legs. Oh my God,
Cut
its
his
tail
legs
off. Cut his legs off. Take his tail off and just add people legs, and yeah, they're kind of gross looking. They're very Cthulhu. They're very Lovecraft.
I like them.
They're very silly, but I like them too. All right, so everyone has their orders. These 3 are basically going to defend the town. Whenever it's applicable for them, Kozue will basically lead them in doing so, and then Noth is basically doing the same. But Kiara, I assume you've given him all the books, and he's just basically going through them, trying to figure them out.
Yeah.
Okay. Is AC the keeper of the books now? Then.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so Noth will hold on to basically all the books that you've received from the Iltush clan, and he will try to read them all. It'll take him a little while. You guys have not mentioned Karth to him at all, correct?
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
nope. We might at
And-
some point, but you know.
We're gonna have to at some point because he's gonna see him.
That's fair. Where the hell did you order it? Where's your token? Oh, okay, there you go. Like Jesus,
I'm
where'd you
in
go?
the forge,
I should have checked there first.
obviously.
Well, that's racist. So did you want
Wow.
to talk to Noth about your weapon, or
More so, I just want to ask him if he knows anything about preserving the soul in a soul weapon, basically what it is.
you know that he definitely would, being who he is and what he's basically told you guys. He's very much interested in the arcane arts from, of course, his people, but from all types of people. He's very much interested in just cultures and anything he can take in, anything he can learn. He's interested in. So in your quick chat with him, you're able to discern that yes, he can indeed do that. We'll say in the time being, he's going over the Iltesh books to see basically where they went wrong and what they messed up effectively to get the souls in their like half preserved state. So he's working on that to ensure that he can assist you in. He can't reforge it himself, of course, but he can assist you in the reforging process, which should help you turn it back into a mall.
Good.
That's going to involve fixing the soul properly, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Which
And then
you'll
fighting
probably help in. You and Noth will probably work on that, and then Doro, maybe Simone, if you guys trust her to
Works for me. That's fascinating.
give some magic.
We're gonna blow up.
And the rest of the time, I'm gonna spend
We
like
didn't have to hire her.
Yes, we did.
What was it? The rest of the time you're gonna.
just go keep testing things with the new runes from the book, basically.
Sure,
the
sure.
light rune and the magic anti-Kuthric rune.
So you
whatever
work
the
on
hell it
that
was.
with the information that Noth and Kiara handed to you. I'm assuming you guys brought all the new defense information and such to our mayor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would we perhaps be discussing more about that the ley line that you talked about before? Would that come up in the discussion?
With Noth?
Yeah.
He sort of kept that in the down low with Kiara, not wanting to freak people out. But if you guys were to ask, he would talk about it if you guys asked him about it.
Basically, I would want to know if it would come up in a while we were working together, since the two of them already talked about it.
Probably not casually.
Casually, no. He was
Well,
only
probably
interested
not.
because he was looking directly at this very obvious, this does not belong here. And then he decided to bring it up with Kiara. Then he kind of, shelved it for now unless it comes up later or you guys ask him directly. He didn't seem offended or he seemed curious, but also kind of apprehensive maybe on the topic, just because doesn't want to make any immediate assumptions and say, we're all doomed.
I'm just not gonna bring it up then either.
Okay, that's fair. So are we going to treat this as like a downtime day, basically?
I'd assume so.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
Working on the fences and stuff.
If I want to go info hunting on some of those hunts, where do I gotta go?
We could
well,
ask
like who would I
Kozue
talk
and
to?
the others to do that.
yeah, before you sent anyone off, the folk you hired, you can ask them. I will say the description for the, so you guys read over the various beasties and such that are roaming over the forest. What? The desert forest. That's what I meant to say. Those that are
Centuries.
roaming. Yes, exactly. Indeed. The one that you guys believe is closest, and you could probably take the easiest. That one would be this one sticks to caves. It's found specifically. There's only one of them, and it's specifically in like a cave pass type area. It likes to burrow quite a bit.
Caves.
Um,
I like caves.
Also, Kakashi will like to practice more when he gets back from the scout thingy and gathering.
More poison stuff.
Poison / brewery stuff. Mainly the brewery stuff right now because he's trying to make health potions if possible.
Okay. We'll say
Probably ask Jolly Beast about that, honestly.
yeah. We'll say in general, early day. You and Steege kind of headed out to go foraging and such. Go ahead and roll me. Roll me 3 nature checks actually. I'll do the same with her. And we'll just average them out. Holy shit. Okay, there we go. All right, you carried me. Thanks. I rolled a 2 and a 3 and then a 19. All right. Regardless of her modifier, you rolled. That's fire, my friend. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Early morning, you guys were able to kind of scout out a bit, and you found more than enough, actually. She sort of began to lead the way as she is very, very familiar with the deserts. Kakashi, you're obviously not too much of a fan of the open desert heat sun, but hopefully we can amend that relatively soon. Normally, this would be semi-difficult for you, but she notices your aversion to the light and tends to kind of stick to some shadows. She didn't really bring anything for you, but upon looking over various cliffs and in some gorges and such, you guys are actually able to bring back a relatively decent amount. This should give you, if you want, 3 attempts at making some level 1 potions. And she's actually able to, she marks this down, you notice in some of her notes. She sees some animal tracks and such, whether they be flying or creatures that stick mainly to the land.
Well, specifically with her, I'm searching for poison like cactuses and everything right now.
Okay. Specifically poison, not potions.
Well, I'm gathering. I don't know how many hours we're gonna be out, but it takes like 2 hours to gather enough for 1 potion. So you let me know the ballpark where I get with that, and I'm also looking for like the poison stuff while I'm gathering the alchemist stuff, so I can make more potions.
Okay, cool. Well, while you guys are out, we'll say you find enough to make 2 attempts at potions, and
I mean, like, okay, when I say potions,
yeah,
right now I'm talking about my alchemist potions.
Oh, okay.
So like, I have the choice of buying materials for 10 gold.
Yes.
Or searching for 2 hours. So.
Gotcha. Okay. So then we'll say with that, in her assistance, does it say how many you're allowed to gain per 2 hours? Does it say just 1 per 2 hours?
Yeah, it's 1 for 2 hours.
1 per 2 hours. Okay. We'll say with her assistance and you guys working together, we'll say in about 4 hours you found. We'll say you found 3.
Okay. So I had 3. So what I have.
And then you found while you're looking for that, you found enough resources to attempt to craft 1 more potion, like a standard health potion.
So I have an attempt.
Yes.
Okay. What'd I roll for the attempt?
Just roll the what was it called? The kit, the alchemist supply kit. It should just be unfortunately it's -1, but yeah. They're both intelligent, so yeah, either. Currently.
Okay. Brewer.
They both have the same modifier. Okay. Unfortunately, this one also didn't work, so subtract another.
Well, I thought I gathered enough materials to do it.
So you need the materials, and you also need, on top of that, potion materials. But with this, Atish helped a little bit, so you can only subtract just 10 gold from this one. but you're getting much closer to being able to craft these.
Fair enough.
And then also while you're out, she was able to find a few hunting grounds for certain animals and such. Nothing too big and scary. Most likely things that we'd want to eat. So.
Was there any cactuses for like poisons for Suharto and stuff?
We actually found some cactus for Dancing Lance for more of her drinks. She'll definitely like that. And in terms of Suharto...
Oh, and also, I assume I've taken a look at that book he made for us. I'm also looking out for those.
Can't see with those. This one. Okay. Well, looking with his...
give that book to Satish.
We can make a copy, definitely, while we're back at the base.
Yeah, we can definitely make one for...
Nothing wrong with that, because he did make it specifically for you guys, so it wouldn't take too long. You can just request them.
She might actually know the names of all the flowers and stuff.
Exactly.
Update my map, Satish.
Not just his weird drawings. She's attempting to help a bit. Since you guys are looking for so much all at once, you find some more materials that can most likely craft you another one of the weaker potions, and we'll have to attempt to put that together when we get back to camp. But with the help of Suharto, we can probably get that together. Let's go ahead and roll that real quick. That should just be another intelligence check, and then I'll roll one too.
Sure, I assume that's a poisoner's kit one, right?
Could be, yeah. Yeah, awesome intelligence. Awesome. Okay, so with that and with me, haha. All right, perfect.
Proficient.
You carried that one. I'll add one more of the weak poisons. God, I can't say it sometimes. Weak poison to your inventory. Potions. Yeah, aren't you proficient in that?
I thought I was. I should be. I don't know why I'm not.
I mean, you can edit your.
You are now.
Yeah, you can edit the.
Oh, it says
tool itself.
Alchemist supplies, not poisoners.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
Maybe I should have rolled alchemist supplies for the other one since I'm proficient then.
Interesting. Oh. Well, like I said, we'll get there naturally. No worries. Odd though, definitely odd. All right, so you got that. And in the meantime, did you guys wish to discuss? So we'll say for RP purposes, Satish is quote unquote here. If you guys wish to talk to her during the day, she wasn't gone all day. So if you guys want to talk to them about any of the hunts or looking around or information about local stuff, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I want to ask her about that one you said was nearby.
The hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right. After she gets back, Kakashi goes to head over to Suharto and craft the poisons and such. And she kind of she sees you guys, walk up to her, so it gives you a wave, Kiara. Ah, hello.
Hello.
Well, how are things?
Good. How was your trip?
It was pretty good. We let's say find everything I was looking for, but well, in the future we should be able to hopefully get a few things a little more easy. Found some tracks.
Ooh, what kind?
Oh, just various animals and such. I jotted it all down, so it should definitely be easier next time we go out in the future.
Oh, good. Urit's gonna love that info.
Anything I can do for you?
Do you happen to know anything about what's it called? Describe it to me.
Describe the hunt to you?
Yeah.
In general. Okay, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.
I'll send pictures.
Yeah, tell her happy birthday for all of us. It's gonna be weird or whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Random people on the internet said happy birthday. She, as you describe the beast to her, she thinks for a moment, goes, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Why?
Pretty sure there's one nearby, and I'd like to go kill it.
That'll definitely be something a little more difficult. No, not commenting on your strength, of course, but well, there's a reason it's still, alive. I assume you don't know anything about it?
That's why I'm asking.
Fair enough. Well, I've not tried hunting it myself, but I know some things about it.
Okay.
Well, she seems to be thinking for a moment. Okay, so I don't know if this is true or just people telling their tall tales. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Apparently, it looks like a scorpion, which, okay, fine. From what I heard, it has 4 pincers, though. And apparently, depending on where you decide to engage said creature, it's a little hard to see. People say it's invisible. People say it moves like the wind. From what I gathered, it has really good cloaking abilities. It's able to hide in the sand. It's able to obscure itself from potential predators. So there's that. I've heard it has 2 things you definitely need to look out for. One of them is, well, first off, it's quite poisonous, being a scorpion and all. And the other, once again, I've not engaged it myself. I've only heard of it. Apparently has an ability to... how do I phrase this? It's... I guess it's able to somehow draw in its enemies to make them easier to kill and eat.
Okay.
Apparently it has some sort of unresistible force. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure, but that's one of the reasons why people aren't really willing to go fight it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I would definitely be careful. If you choose to engage this creature, make sure you have some form of backup plan, or, well, I don't know, watch it or something. I'm not saying to sacrifice a friend or a person, obviously, but...
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Don't just send someone down there to fight it and then, go, oh, yeah, he's definitely dead. He died this way. Let's go back and tell everyone about it. Probably don't do that, but you would most likely be... Yeah, it would definitely help to probably watch the creature. When I hunt things, I tend to follow them. Definitely from the shadows. You want to stay as far as you possibly can. Fortunately, like I said, the area it tends to hang out in is... it's very hilly. It's in there's a bunch of chasms and such. It likes to hide, from what I heard, underground and in caves. So if you can watch it from a distance, maybe you can figure out, I don't know, a weakness or something.
Do you think you'd be able to do that?
She thinks for a second, and you can see a little bit of fear in her eyes. Possibly, yeah. I'm not familiar with that area. I don't normally hunt there for obvious reasons, but I could look.
How about tomorrow when you're fresh? Don't go too close, but just take a quick peek of the general land.
Yeah, sure. I can do that. Would I be alone? Are you coming with? Are you sending one with me, or?
Oh,
I mean, if it's a stealth mission,
I can't stealth.
I
If
can.
it's a stealth mission,
And so can
we
Kakashi.
have a rogue.
Yeah. So in general, when I say stealth, I mostly mean, so if there's 4 of you and 2 of you suck at stealthing, or it's obviously wearing plate armor, so his stealth is going to be terrible.
I do, however, know about caves.
Yeah. If that is a cave, it is dark.
All right, I will say, let me talk to the guys. I will send someone with you.
Yeah. So if Doro and Kakashi roll high enough on their stealth, they will make up for your stealth. Yeah, under it. If you guys roll low. So if one of you
I
fail,
I could also
well.
take off my armor and not get disadvantage,
also that. Yes, also that. So you guys can do extra things. I'm not going to penalize if 3 of you succeed and 1 of you fail. They'll make up for your failure. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
It is a group effort, if you will. And she sort of
And I can make someone small, harder to
Oh.
see.
also that.
True.
Getting a lot of mileage out of that spell. Become as small. Alright, she nods to that and
Small.
says when she's more up to the task tomorrow, she'll go looking for it.
All right, just don't leave without us before I know who's going with you.
Of course.
Obviously.
Yeah. No, trust me, I don't exactly want to go off alone on this. No offense, the pay's not that good.
I get it. Okay.
Alright, she sort of heads off to the tavern to go have a drink and such after an early morning hunt.
who else is local enough to have known more info?
The other three, actually, all of them, I think.
Technically, so they're all from here. Hisemine didn't say where she was from. They're all from this continent, though, this land.
All standing over here.
Sure, for RP reasons, why not?
Hey guys. Did what's her face tell me the name of the creature?
No. She didn't have a name for it.
All right, I will ask them the same thing.
Okay, I heard that, but you completely cut out.
Of course I
The three of them think a bit. Hisemine has nothing for you. Jez says she's not really one to go out hunting those types of beasts. She more so wishes to fight something head on, not really stalk it. Shadows thinks for a moment, and he says he has he heard a story about the creature, and says most folk attempt, honestly, to just avoid the thing entirely. He heard of a team that went in attempting to fell it and were unable to, from what he heard, damage it at all. Only 1 or 2 people survived out of their party of 6. He heard, and he stresses once again, these are only rumors, that similar to the story that Satish told you, more than half of them were instantly stunned and bewildered by this beast upon viewing it. And from what he heard, they were forced to walk up to it, and it just instantly killed them. Those that were not beguiled by this beast were, as he mentions, they feel as if they were unable to do any damage to it at all, and they're not entirely sure why. He said it employed lots of hit run tactics, as in it would take someone down, burrow, and then pop back up later. This doesn't sound like a fairy tale, but it very much sounds like a half drunkard, half embellished story. But those that attempted to fight the beast did not survive.
Okay.
So he just kind of hammers home how dangerous it is.
Understood. Have a good day.
Yes, they all kind of wave. Hisemine does mention that. She lets you know that while she hasn't seen the beast, she has heard stories about it, similar to Shadow after he finishes his story. And she does mention that you don't necessarily need to go back to Sakai, but speaking to some people there, sometimes animals in the desert will take on certain aspects from their surroundings and such to basically bolster their skills. She says it sounds sort of like, this unseeable, unobtainable creature has possibly just covered itself in its surroundings, sand, twigs, things of that, rocks, things of that nature. And that possibly is why it's so tanky.
Okay.
Maybe some form of magic or something could help dispel, not dispel, but remove its armor.
Okay. Did she also recommend that I go to Sakai?
She said that
Or was that the story she heard in Sakai?
both of them recommended that if you guys wanted more information, probably go back there because that is where the bounty board was located. That's where it was initially put up.
Okay.
And that's effectively all the information they got for you. And obviously Kozue has something to add to that.
Okay.
Okay. And as you head off, Kozue kind of assists them with showing around the town some more and just the ins and outs and such.
How are because they started putting up that very first plan, right? The ones on the corners of the buildings?
Yes. So she's basically walking them around, showing them which buildings are going to receive this first. You notice a lot of the materials and such that Suharto was able to get his hands on are being employed here.
So are they setting it up, or?
They're starting to, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Anybody else? For the most part, if we wish to go anywhere, receive any information, we can just do RP warp, basically. You guys do currently have downtime.
I mean,
Did I get to do
2.5
another roll of my
hours to get to
downtime?
what's its place is kind of far.
It's far, but we can RP travel there, of course.
I mean, it's only 2 hours apparently, so.
I mean, I would like to go as long as everything's fine here.
From what you can tell, there are no attacks. There's plenty more people here. Knowing that you have 5 relatively strong defenders back here, you guys should be completely safe. Unless there's some insane attack, which is highly unlikely, there should be no reason for you guys to stay. If that's what you're worried about.
Who would I talk to travel?
Open up your map and click on the fast travel feature. No, I'm kidding. Yes. Go ahead and roll that rune shit, buddy. Holy shit!
Yeah.
What?
Jesus.
2 in a row?
You know what? I'm gonna roll it again just to see if it's still broken.
Yeah, seriously. What the hell? Okay. That's right.
Alright.
Jesus,
I'm
that's,
gonna reduce it by 12.
that's crazy. That's awesome, though. Okay, so you guys got there in 2 hours thanks to the lizard lad.
A lizard lad. So Hydo trusts us with his lizard lad?
Not yet, no.
Oh, so he came along?
Well, I mean, he was going to Sakai.
Oh, okay.
If you guys wish to go back there, you'd probably have to ask him, or walking there would take you like forever. So I wouldn't recommend that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, we could
That's what I
walk.
mean. We're going back to Sakai, right?
We'll say you convinced that you guys needed to purchase and/or do something back in Sakai. Side note, Ert, how much money do you currently have on you?
600.
799, looks like. Is that correct?
Yeah, 799.
Okay. Did
Should
you want
be
to throw?
correct.
Yeah. Did you want to throw any to Suharto to lower how much you owe him?
I guess I'll. Yeah, I'll throw like 199 to him.
Okay. Go ahead and just do the math on that real quick. Should be undo the downtime. All right. Let me know when you finish that, and I'll just reactivate the Sakai map. Come on. I don't want to freak out while I'm warping alls y'alls.
Oh, I can't do plus in the downtime thingy.
Oh, it doesn't want to work?
Sadly, no.
That's a shame. Okay. Anyway, warp back. Alrighty. We'll say this is the last action that we can make for today until everything is obviously a little too late. So we travel to Sakai, then we'll travel back, and it'll be relatively late by the time we do arrive home. In the meantime, you're more than welcome to ask any prominent NPCs, or you can just walk around. Like I said, there are more buildings here. I just simplified Sakai by putting the 3 important buildings that you guys needed to go to in one map. So you can go wherever you want. There are technically other buildings and technically other places you can go.
Well, I guess the barkeep's probably heard the craziest stories.
Sounds about right.
Apparently, Rimmel was also still here, so you know. You could ask him.
Who?
Rimmel?
Grimmel?
Rumble, he's chilling. He gambling.
That's
the
all
guy
he
we
does.
didn't hire.
Oh, yeah, I
The
see
guy
him.
that was
Okay.
heartbroken.
Gambling away.
You see him crying over his stein.
I kind of want to look around for that piece of the scroll,
Kira
Even though I don't know-
throws Casey
even though
on the
I
table.
don't know why we're helping
So,
this stupid scroll.
Honestly, I'm just gonna go.
We're not helping.
Around back.
We're gonna raid that stupid his stupid home.
Wow, rude.
I mean,
That's quite rude.
you
You're paying for services, and then you break in.
That's right.
That's how Kiara do.
Well,
So you pay someone to do
sneaky
something,
around
and
back.
then you steal the money back.
Only if they don't deserve it.
Fair enough. All right, as you head back in, the music once again greets you, and puffs of smoke billow and float throughout the building. As you head to the back to speak with Abe, he turns and looks to you, and very quickly recognizing you, as there are not too many of your kind Kiara here. So he gives you a nod, and
Wait, can You see this?
Hmm?
Doro?
Hmm.
This?
Yeah, I see that.
Little dot.
Why is that there?
I don't know.
It's noodles.
It does it sometimes for maps. I'm not really sure why.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, when I load the landing page, it'll do that too. I have no idea why it does that. It is quite weird. He twirls his pipe and kind of gives Kiara a look and... what can I do for you?
Hey, Abe. By the way, let's say I looked at the posting again on the board.
Mhm.
Was there a name of the creature on the board?
No.
Okay. I was wondering if you happen to have heard any stories about one of those monsters on the board. Looks like a whatever.
Four-tailed scorpion.
Yeah. Well, four-pincered
Four-pincered scorpion, yeah.
One hears many stories. You want to hear about the what? The Sand Terror? Or whatever they're calling it?
Yeah.
Well, information has a price, Miss Kiara. What do you want to know exactly?
General things. I've heard it blends into the sand. It stuns people when they first see it, and they get sucked in and just die.
Kind of laughs at that. Seems you've heard about the same I have.
You haven't heard anything extra.
He kind of shrugged at that, potentially. He sort of, his eyeballs, kind of jump to a drink. And then back to you. Sort of like he's expecting you to spend some money.
Have your best drink.
Smiles widely. Of course, of course. A discerning eye for a discerning lady. He heads back to grab a drink for you. Then, kind of fiddles around a bit. Heads over and just kind of slides it on over to you. Go ahead and subtract 4 gold from for your inventory.
Only 4.
All right. He takes another.
How's the drink?
It is a relatively strong, but fruity. It's not an ale. It's closer to a wine. It has a strong flavor, with like fruity undertones. It's been aged for a while. Probably not his best drink. He kind of understood what you were laying down. So if you're down with a drink such as that, something you would enjoy. Otherwise, you can just take sips at it or completely ignore it. Up to you. Is
Sipping it.
Is Kiara one to drink?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Acceptable.
Oh.
You rolling for sip or what's that? Is that your tolerance?
Rolling for enjoyment.
Rolling for enjoyment. Okay.
I guess I'm not a fan of the flavor.
That's fair. He seems sort of to ignore your general feelings about the drink as he speaks. Well, you seem to know quite a bit about this creature already. What exactly do you want to know about it?
Well, I guess I'm wondering if anyone knows anything else about how it pulls people in against their will.
Well, I can tell you this, if I knew that, if anyone knew that, probably be dead. Takes another drag from the pipe he's smoking and blows it off to the side. I will say, there are certain things that linger in the desert. Maybe it's something it's consumed that's giving it visibility. I'm sure this wouldn't be too far outside your wheelhouse, Kiara, but maybe pay the creature a visit.
Pay the creature a visit. Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, of course. Maybe see what it's doing. Just watch it. I'm not saying to fight the thing instantly, but, information can be gathered in many ways.
Yes, that's true.
If you look at it in its natural habitat, you'll probably learn more than I can tell you.
All right.
Now, I can say one thing, although this is merely a rumor. Takes on the drag and kind of blows it a little too close in your general direction. I heard from someone, and don't take my word for this, but apparently the thing is covered in hard sand. I don't know what causes it, or how it's able to move in this way, but, well, someone had the genius idea to throw water on the damn thing. He swears some of it melted off, but, well, kind of chuckles to himself. It lost an arm. Came back, well, not in one piece, so...
Water. Interesting.
Makes sense.
So far, all these rumors seem to be based on something factual, so I'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, most likely, but do be careful. Wouldn't want to see such a charming customer such as yourself.
Oh, of course. You, of all people, know I have a goal.
Smiles at that and sort of remembers to your, recalls your prior conversation. Sort of nods solemnly at that. Takes another drag from his pipe. If I get any more information, and you feeling somewhat parched in this hot desert, please feel free to swing by again.
Do that. And I'll take something a little less foodie next time.
He nods at that. Understandable.
I'll finish the drink.
Okay.
And leave.
He sort of waves you off and goes to deal with another customer that was sitting next to you.
Is there anyone alone by themselves at the Dragon Chess board?
There's always someone. I think putting too many NPCs on the map causes a bit of lag. So pretend like there's always people in basically every seat everywhere all the time. Pretend like there's groups of people walking through the streets and walking around and all that nonsense. So there's always someone somewhere.
I wish to pull up a chair at an half-empty table.
Okay. Seeing as they have two chairs, they're always technically half empty.
Hi.
Cheers to you. Hello.
Wanna play?
Of course, that is why I'm sitting here.
How much you wanna bet?
Oh. Already into it. Let's see. Ah, you look quite... She kind of gives you a look and... You seem quite good. How's 50?
This is my favorite game. 50.
50?
Done.
All right, then. All right. Do you recall how to play?
No.
All right. Basically, we're going to best 2 out of 3 for your dragon chess set, which is intelligence, insight, and then deception.
Okay.
Art that ready?
Maybe.
All right. Roll this 3 times. Let's see, can I break this up? I think I might be able to.
I'm rolling my Dragon Chess set, right?
Shit, that didn't work. Correct. Oh no! Let me see if I can. Yeah, so you roll that, and I'll see if I can just get this to roll 3 times separately. It might not work, but sorry.
1, 2.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
3.
Okay, let's see if that actually rolls.
I'm
didn't work.
I'm desperate for money.
All right, well, first
You
one.
should be.
You won the first one. And the second one. All right, so best 2 out of 3. You win. You start very, very aggressively, Kiara. As you did mention, this is indeed your favorite game, and she seems taken somewhat aback that you have definitely swiped up a few more for pieces than she was expecting. Oh, you are quite good, aren't you?
This is my favorite game.
And she narrows her eyes and says, well, let's see how good you are. And then, again, now we are rolling insight.
Insight.
All right, once again, you take the first move handily. I go and roll again.
Another insight?
Yeah, so it's best 2 out of 3. All right, 12. Unfortunately, she sees into your game,
Oh my.
and she's able to take a piece or two that you were not expecting. She seems to be sneaking up on you again. Ooh, just barely. You think she's right about to take a really key component to your strategy, but no, at the last second, you're able to maneuver just the right way to snatch it right back from her. And she looks somewhat taken aback. Technically, you just need to win 2 out of 3 overall, so since you've beaten her in the Dragon Chest and Insight, we don't need to roll Deception at all, because even if she wins that, it wouldn't matter. Unless you want to absolutely crush her, we can roll Deception. It's up to you. You want a thorough victory?
Sure.
You don't,
All right,
you don't lose anything, do it.
You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. All right, so go ahead and roll me some Deception.
I think it fits my character too.
Sure. She's not attempting underhanded tactics, but she's attempting something different this time. And it pays off. All right. Ooh, pays off a second. Oh, well, she just
Decepted me.
All right, so with that, best 2 out of 3, she actually has decepted you 2 out of 3 times. But overall, Kiara, your strategy was more firm and more solid than hers. At the end, she thought she was going to take the game, but the moves you had started prior actually set you up for a late game victory. And right as she smirks, placing her piece in the optimal, which she thought, position, you're actually able to sneak around somewhere she didn't expect. And her eyes widen at that, and she goes, "Oh, well, you are quite wise, you not?"
That was an excellent game.
The game is yours. Your name again was...
Kiara.
Kiara, it was a pleasure playing you. And she places 50 gold pieces on the table. Go ahead and add that to your inventory.
What's your name?
Narish.
I hope to see you again here sometime. I will take 40.
Okay, she sort of nods at that. Says, "Oh, appreciate it, but truly, it was a wonderful game. You can keep it all."
That's not fair. You played a good game too.
But to the winner goes the spoils. Please, you insult me by leaving 10. Please take it all.
Oh, fine. I'll take it.
And then she doesn't seem insulted as you leave, but she nods upon you taking the remaining 10. Kiara is now 50 gold richer. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
All right, and what were you guys doing while Kiara was extracting information? Doro and Erit.
Looking around the back, seeing if we can find that piece of the scroll. If there's any windows
See
back
if the
there or
scroll
anything.
reacts at all. If there's maybe a break in the whatever the hell is protecting it.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of heading around, of course you cannot see inside, but Karth does react a bit since you guys are able to stay back here for quite a while. Celio must be busy as he's obviously not reacting at all. Has come back here. Nothing has reacted actually. Doro, you are, both of you are somewhat practiced in the magic arts. So if an alarm or something were to go off, you guys would most likely see it. Not noticing anything.
Technically not actually.
Enough. Karth decides to speak up and say,
I do believe it is hiding somewhere in there. The fool doesn't even know what he has. I'm not sure how to get in, though. He has no windows. I assume breaking down the wall is out of the question.
It's not impossible, but we won't be leaving this place, well, that easily after that.
Yes, we should probably stay in the good graces. It would be most prudent to not ruin our reputation here. Shame. We could potentially convince the man. We only did just meet him after all, but he most definitely has one of my pieces in there. I can sense it.
I have an idea. I walk over to the front again.
I follow.
All right. I need you to drag him over to some other corner of the shop, like over here or something. Act like you're interested. Ask about it. Just keep him busy. And I will turn
How would you
invisible
like-
and try to get in the back room.
Sure. You think you can make it through the door though? There seems to be
I can-
something on it.
Was there something on it? I mean, wasn't it just a door? For all
Well,
we
this
know.
is a magic shop after all. I suspect that is some kind of.
True. Well, I'll be invisible, so I'll just try, and if I can't do it, then I'll leave.
Alright.
So I will go into like an alley or something where no one is and cast
Can I stay outside
invisibility.
for now, timing wise?
You
Technically,
could
you're
be
outside, yeah.
inside.
All right, are you rocking your
You can help me distract it basically.
your guitar, magical
Yeah.
guitar? All right. Doro plays a sick ass riff and instantly just turns invisible, where no one can see him, of course. And you call Cillian over to a corner.
I mean, I'm gonna basically act like I'm browsing and see if I can find something I can talk to him about.
You're able to find a book that you honestly don't comprehend. So you're very confident you're able to ask enough. Maybe you're playing to be a little more dumb than usual and just kind of not necessarily annoying, but you're going to ask him enough questions on this random book about
Sure.
the eating habits and such of various wildlife.
I'm just gonna roll on that one because I'm not sure if I can do that one.
Well, what's your charisma like?
My charisma is terrible.
Oh, it is. How terrible.
-1.
Ah, that is your dump stat, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your deception? -1. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
deception is a charisma stat.
Like if I had
true.
my cloud rune, I would have a proficiency at least.
Since you guys are since he is so far away, and weirdly enough, Celia seems interested in this book. You are kind of taken aback. He seems somewhat like nerdily excited about it. You'll have advantage on your deception check because he's like half paying attention. So go ahead and roll that real quick for me.
I'm also gonna perception check him to find out if I'm successfully able to distract him.
Sure. Ooh, beautiful. Excellent.
Did that roll an advantage? It did
Celia,
not.
Celia seems to be paying attention.
That's weird.
There's no other. So there's other people in the shop, but they're kind of looking about. You basically have his full attention for the time being. And back here, Doro, you're able to roll me some stealth because you do have to climb over this this desk here.
With advantage, or
You are so far away. Yes, you are very far away. Okay, excellent. I love that color.
it's great.
You're able to climb over the table, sneak on back. Do you have any magic sensing type abilities or?
I mean, he is a half caster, so he should be able
I mean,
to a degree.
I was gonna Arcana check the door, but I don't have like detect magic or anything like that.
Okay, go ahead and do what you're going to do, Doro.
Yes, door. Oh, this is door.
This is indeed door.
Is it a locked door? Can I
It is
just
very
open
much
it?
locked. Yes, it is definitely locked. You can't tell. So you can't tell it is physically locked. You cannot tell if there's also a magical lock on it. You have yet to touch it. You just could have looked at it.
Well,
The
I
question
don't
is,
think I
at
have
this,
thieves' tools.
would Kakashi try to help you at this point? Probably yes, honestly.
Can he go invisible?
I don't
He
believe
can't
so.
go invisible, but his stealth is stupidly high,
Yeah, but
and he
I'm
has
pretty sure
quiet shoes apparently.
people would still see him behind the counter,
Yes.
no matter how stealthy he is.
Yeah, so there are people walking around. There's literally nowhere to stealth here. It is a door that is out in the open. The only reason Doro hasn't been seen is because he's invisible. Otherwise,
Then
this
you
is
could have
physically impossible
cast
to stealth.
invisibility on Kakashi instead. Should have.
Normally I would have, but he's not actually here.
Yeah. If he were here, he definitely would have
It-
done that now.
I would have asked him for his thieves' tools though, if
Sure.
I was going
Yeah.
to do it.
That's sleight of hand, and you're not proficient in,
yes.
right? Because you don't have them.
I don't think so.
Do you gain proficiency in tools you haven't touched? Is that a
No.
bard thing or no?
Actually,
No.
no. Don't
Um,
ask Kakashi. Ask Kiara for her multi-tool. Then
That's
you get
artificer
proficiency. Is it only? Oh, that's
It's
too bad.
artificer only, yeah.
It's artificer only, yeah.
Ah, too bad.
And you have to attune to it as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, the tuning doesn't matter with Yeti's rule anyway.
Yeah, we attune
Yeah,
faster,
But
but
yeah,
I
if,
mean,
you're not
it's,
artificer.
if it's artificer only, then yeah,
Yeah.
too bad.
I believe with my jack of all trades for bard, I think I get to add half my proficiency, so it'd be like a +1. Let me check.
Probably. That makes most sense.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, it is still just a sleight of hand check, I'm pretty sure. Because the tools don't actually give you anything extra.
Add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check that you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so go ahead and just throw some hands.
It would literally just be my sleight of hand.
Okay. You attempt to begin to pick the lock. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Okay. You feel as if something is thrumming around you. You're not precisely sure what it is, but you just avoided some form of magical don't touch me. So there was a magical trap here that went off, and you get the feeling that it might go off again. Not this very second, but it isn't a one and done type trap.
Well, after that, I would probably stop lockpicking and Arcana check it again and try to figure out more about the trap. I don't know, because if it's like an alarm built in as well, then I don't want to keep going. I'd want to get out.
It's up to you.
Door.
Okay. This door is both magically and physically locked. You're not sure which spell would be required to get in, but just lockpicking it would not be enough. There's something else on here, whether it be his physical touch or a certain spell that would also keep it locked. You can also tell in your general area that yes, once again, there is a magical trap right where you are standing.
Did you bring the scroll with you?
Probably. I never really gave it to anyone.
It's usually in your backpack
Ask
at all
the-
times.
Yeah, you could ask the scroll if he can do anything about that, I guess. He is a key himself, apparently, so. Magical key
yeah.
powers.
Technically.
I mean, I will. Yeah, sure.
What are you asking
you,
precisely?
Hey, Garth, can you help me out here? Maybe get rid of this trap and open the door or something? I'm trying to help you out here.
I could attempt to, but there are quite a few layers of enchantments here. It would take me a time.
He really doesn't want people getting back there, does he?
How long?
Probably longer than you have to stand here like this.
Well, shit.
Bam!
I could most likely turn something off, but that could inherently trigger something else.
Salio. Oh, Salio.
Where are you? Are you actually calling him?
Yeah.
All right, he seems very much lost in this book. He's currently in a chapter about camels and such, and he's just finishing the types of liquids that lizards and certain desert tortoises like to drink. As he sort of looks up and turns to Kiara. Yes, what?
I was wondering if you have anything for water spells or anti-charm spells.
He sort of narrows his eyes a bit to that. Anti-charm spells? Why would you, I mean, technically, yes, there are protections against arts such as that. With water, I mean, I do have some. I would need to look into the scrolls and such. In terms of that, any simple cold spell, well, here in the desert would inadvertently turn to a water spell, as you put it.
I'm interested in taking down the Sand Terror.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure I need both those in order to do it.
Well, I might be able to assist you there.
I'm sure we can trade. I imagine that thing probably has something magically valuable in it.
I would assume so, yes. What precisely are you looking for?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not quite sure yet.
Fair enough. Well, when you do know, I am currently reading this very, very intriguing book to your friend Orit here.
Oh, Art, hi.
Yes.
Yes.
What's this book about?
You see, it's very interesting. You should, you could definitely ask Salil here to tell you about it. He seems to know a lot about the subject.
Yes, we're currently on the chapters about camels and such. It is their local feeding habits and such. It's actually quite interesting. The local camels actually do not like this plant here, but the ones across the way, they absolutely adore it. And he starts just rambling about
Yeah.
certain types of...
Will that give what's his face enough time?
In the meantime, while he is discussing that, you feel Karth thinking. And he speaks and says,
Well, I don't want to... This is a very interesting plan, I must say, and I do appreciate you trying to get back here, but... Can't believe I'm saying this. Have you thought of the consequences of you getting caught?
I mean, yeah. But, you know.
I can most likely turn off one of these. Maybe a second I hear Kiara talking to him about something. So I can most likely turn, well, hopefully, both of them off. Assuming there are no other layers of protection. Once again, that's not to say there's something past the door. I will leave it up to you, of course, but, well, if you get caught, I can't do anything about it.
How much time would I have left on my invisibility? It lasts for 10 minutes.
oh, you got plenty of time. Unless you're attempting something really strange, you have plenty of time. That's not going to run out.
Could he turn them off in the time that I have invisibility?
You get the feeling that if Karth wanted to, he could probably turn off the trap and probably dispel the door. Your invisibility would wear off after you probably get into the room and search a little bit. But in that time, you would need to get in, look for this item, and then also get out. Assuming there are no more traps or anything inside his room that is going to defend whatever's in there.
Well, I don't have another use of invisibility until tomorrow, so I think I'll like back up a little bit so I'm not getting hurt by the trap. But I'll leave the scroll just close enough so he can get rid of one of them. And maybe we can come back later.
Alright, he is going to attempt to remove
I think I'd do that. He should recognize if one of his things has been tampered with.
Well, he doesn't know who did it.
That's true.
If he puts it back up, he puts it back up.
Okay, that's a good point. I rolled kind of shitty, but kind of good. We'll say, unfortunately, for him just removing the trap, that would have done something to you that you avoided handily. That is removed completely. He begins to work on the door and gets the feeling that your invisibility is going to run out soon. And he most likely won't be able to finish the door in time. And he pretty much asks you, do you want him to keep going, or do you want... AKA your invisibility will not be up by the time you finish the door. Do you want him to keep going, or do you want him to stop? Because you do have to retrieve the scroll. Okay. All right, you're able to get out outside just in time. Where are you going to dispel this invisibility?
Is the lizard's like right here, or is that technically not next to the store?
It's close-ish. He's parked near the front of Sakai, which is not super far off. The store is relatively close to the entrance.
Would I have time to get there?
Roll me acrobatics? Not acrobatics, athletics. You're running.
Oh boy.
You booking it, buddy.
Open it, buddy.
The big book.
Eh.
Athletios. Okay, you get relatively close, but not close enough, and you feel that you're about to run out of invisibility. If you dive into a very particularly placed pile of hay, you might be able to unstealth in there.
Sure, I was gonna say an alleyway, but if there's none, I'll just go in there.
All right, you go in there, and the person sitting next to the hay jumps upon seeing it just jump for no reason. And they're kind of having like a mini heart attack as you slowly crawl out of this hay pile, and they're just staring at you.
Hello?
They just kind of slowly wave.
I walk away.
no comment, but they were like watching you walk away, like, what the hell just happened?
Just walk away. Goodbye.
To them, the hay just exploded and you walked out of it.
That's fine.
All right, you are slowly sauntering back to the magic shop, and both Urit and Kiara are that much wiser when it comes to what camels like to drink and eat.
That could be useful information eventually.
Eventually.
Wait, camels exist?
Somewhere.
What did you
not
say,
here.
Urit?
Camels exist.
There are fantasy camels, of course there are. This isn't Guild Wars.
Actually, no, of course there are, because you can summon them as a steed.
Summon camel, hell yeah, that's badass.
I mean, yeah, you literally can.
You also learned there are various berries and such that this particular lizard that you guys have with Suharto enjoys eating.
Gotta look for those.
Are there pictures?
There are pictures. They're sort of greenish looking berries with like little red flecks. They're called ginja berries.
I'll take note of that.
Take note on the ginja berries. All right, and with that, he seems he realized he's quite caught up in the book and sort of closes his. Oh, I'm giving away free information, am I not? And he puts the book back in there and says, "Well, I guess story time is over. Was there anything else the two of you needed?"
I forget why I came in here now.
Water.
The
you
spell is
wanted.
for the demon.
Yes,
the-
yes.
Oh yeah.
And
Sand
also that, yes.
scourge thingy.
Those camels were fascinating.
Of course. Real quick, Kiara, if you're asking him for a spell scroll, you would need to be able to cast this spell.
Yeah, where's Doro?
As you say that, looks like Doro comes on through the door.
Walk in.
And Doro was his name.
Hey, Doro.
Hmm.
So apparently, Abe, the bartender across the way, has heard stories that you can melt that thing's armor with water. I don't think I can use water spells.
That sounds probable, yes.
If either of you
Some
have
kind
so
of sandstone,
yeah.
probably.
you guys would need to check your spell list. So if you have any ice cold
Yeah.
specifically, if you have any cold spells, you
Yeah,
can buy a
I'm-
scroll for it or learn the spell. It's up
I'm
to you.
primarily fire.
Yeah.
Let me take a look.
I can't use spell scrolls because I'm not a mage.
I'm not a nerd. I don't need books. I just punch things.
Oh. I see.
Fine, then be that way. I can look through this shit. Oh, you technically have that free cantrip, don't you, Kara?
Yeah.
Yeah, she can do
Ray of
water spell,
Frost.
I guess.
Yeah.
True. Ray of Frost, she can do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, see, Ray of Frost, that one's Sorcerer, that's Sorcerer Wizard, Druid Sorcerer Wizard, Sorcerer Wizard,
Is
Sorcerer
Chromatic
Wizard.
Orb
Oh,
a
boy.
cantrip? Yeah, right.
Chromatic Orb is a first level spell for sorcerers and wizards.
Oh, I thought that was a cantrip. Huh. Too bad.
I have-
no.
You can change the element of that one.
Warlock, a couple Warlock spells. Oh, there's one for Artificer, except it's level 4, Elemental Bane. Oh wait, that doesn't count.
Am I stuck with the spell I pick, or can I update it?
You can
every
change
day?
it, I think, once per
Every,
day.
with that item you have, you can change it every day.
Ooh, okay.
Well,
That's got some utility to it.
if only you had your wizard, babe. So yes, actually, unintentionally, you now have access to. It's a very weak ice spell, but you do indeed have access to one.
It's
I mean,
something.
we could pee on it.
And that's a liquid.
Yeah,
Just bring buckets of piss.
exactly.
Just throw them at
Buckets
it.
of piss.
Yeah, I have no water at all.
No water and water.
No water and water and water.
And water and water and water and water and water. That sucks. So yeah, Kiara, you do have Ray of Frost, which does 2d8 damage if you choose to nib-nab that, which isn't that bad actually. Oh, technically, technically, hold up, with your Arcane
Can you
Fire on,
upcast it?
it does 3 cat. Well, it's a cantrip, so at her level, it automatically does 2 8s.
True.
And
Can she upcast it?
well, you can't upcast cantrips,
Yeah, I doubt
Uh,
it.
but
Yeah, you can. If it's staged, you can. You can.
I've not seen that you can, but this one you cannot.
Cantrips? No.
I mean,
uh,
Eldritch Blast can. No, it can't. No, it can't.
No,
Never
it
No.
scales with your level. But you do have your Eldritch Firearm your Artificer's Firearm that increases damage when you choose to by 1 more d8. So technically, Ray of Frost will do 3d8 if it's, the main spell you cast. And it hits, of course. So, not bad.
Okay, so snap. Oh yeah, I have the water covered. All right. What about anti-charm spells?
Oh, let's see, that's a bit more complicated.
I'm pretty sure if we don't have anything to take care of that, we can't kill this thing or even try. Because most of the stories I've been hearing all reference being charmed on site. Or something similar to charm.
For that.
He thinks for a moment and says, well, I actually might have something for that. If you are unable to go the magical route, of course. Do you have any sort of warding spells that would assist you? If you're able to learn that, of course, I can sell you a scroll. They're obviously only one-time use, so could get kind of expensive. But as he leads you on over to this table over here up front, he starts to show you guys his plants. And one plant in particular he points to. It is a dark green plant that has very long leaves, and it's spotted with pink veins and spots that run along the leaf itself. This here is called Vilnum Tongue. It is technically, I guess in large quantities, it would probably, and don't quote me on this, theoretically, when brewed properly, it could give you the ability to resist charm-like effects, if that's what you are looking for.
Plant? How much?
Well, I cannot brew it for you, and...
we have a brewer.
Of course, so I would be quite careful with this. I don't have very much on me. It is slightly difficult to acquire. I could sell you this one plant for 150 gold pieces.
Done.
All right, fair enough. He prepares the plant for you and warns you, again, while handing it to you. As I mentioned, please do be careful. It is quite easy to, ruin this particular brew. You can look for more in the wild, of course, but I'm sure as you can tell from the price, it is not exactly easy to come by.
Can you teach me proper plant care just in case there's something special?
Can I teach you proper plant care?
Yes. I mean, you're keeping it alive, right? What are you doing?
By keeping it alive, I'm merely feeding it water and various plant nutrients. That's completely different from turning it into a form of, anti-charm.
Oh, all right.
Yes,
I see.
Don't eat the plant, dear. You'll need to brew it into something. Whether you drink it or consume it some other way, don't eat it as is. I cannot guarantee what will happen if you do so.
Noted.
Might be somewhat poisonous, I will say. But I trust you all know what you're doing. Apparently you know a guy who knows a guy, so,
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Minus 150.
All right, and with that, depending on how it's brewed, can potentially go ahead and add that under your... So, Kiara, go ahead and add that to your inventory with your +1 Artificer all-purpose tool. Just type Vilnum Tongue. I'll make a custom plant for it, and I'll make a custom item for...
How do I spell that?
It's in chat. Do not touch the tips. Touching tips ruins the Flarbengarben.
Vilnum Tongue. Blah, 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 blah.
What is that? Farnskoggle?
Fjarnskagel, yeah.
Farnskoggle! Okay.
It was one of the plants from World of Warcraft.
Do not ruin the Farnskoggle.
Basically, it was a herb you could pick, but it was like stupidly rare.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, careful with those Farnskoggle tips. They are quite sensitive, as we are all aware. This plant, if brewed properly, can give one of you guys either resistance or immunity to the charm status for a duration.
Just one person?
Unfortunately, yes. Maybe two, but once again, it needs to be brewed a specific way. He did mention you can go find more of it, but you need to keep an eye out.
All right.
Entirely up to you, though, of course.
Well,
And now our party,
I
richer
also
in
have
knowledge.
Countercharm. I also have counter charm next level whenever that happens.
Excellent. That is quite perfect for this situation.
And Urt has charm, which might be viable if we
I
stock
mean,
it.
If it uses charm, there is a chance that it's immune to charm. So,
True.
the next level, I also get something to help. I guess, maybe. Wait, do I? Yes.
Potentially.
Yes,
Alrighty, and
because I
with
get
that-
Storm Room at that next. No, I don't get Storm Room at next level.
Okay. And with that, we can basically pause the session. But do you guys want to pause the session here, or do you want to pause the session back at home and do another long rest? Up to you. If you stay here, of course, you can either buy more things or do some gambling to make some gold. It's entirely up to you. Because obviously, choosing to travel back here, quote unquote, tomorrow will take a chunk of the day. So it's up to you.
Home should be fine. I kind of want to stay here, get my charge of invisibility back, and let Kakashi go in and pick that lock.
And you want to do that sometime later, or you want to?
Like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like the next day. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to stay
I'd
here in
want
Sakai
to.
then?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just say so. Okay, cool. Then we'll pause the session here. Next time, so next Sunday, you guys can basically decide. You guys do your usual tiny hut maneuver, and we'll see where that brings us basically. And then I have many a thing prepared for you, like hot damn. But until then, thank you for joining, folks, and we will catch you all next week.